Conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a good karma brands radio station.
All that belly aching over the Dodgers getting Skubal and all that just crying. The season's over. Hang it up. Looks like they lost last night.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. This right here is Theoretically Speaking. It is a Wednesday, August the 5th. Wednesday, August the 5th. And as always, you can stream us live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida. And if you are streaming us live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, you'll see me manually fixing our cameras there. I think I got it kind of decently. Our guy, intern Kirk, is going to tilt it a little bit down, a little bit to the, there you go. And now we're looking good. Now we're looking pretty. Excellent work there by intern Kirk. Excellent execution here on the back end from our guy Colin Russo, directing on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. And as always, you can listen to us on the radio and on your smart speakers. Just tell it to play ESPN 1063, and you won't have to deal with the video nonsense. But hey, this is the price you got to pay for excellent production value for these extremely, pristine cameras. Colin, sometimes the price you got to pay, man. Sometimes they go a little wacky and they start showing off my crotch.
If I may say so myself, my least favorite cameras that I have worked with.
But you can't lie, the definition's great.
Looks good.
Need
a camera crew, but it looks good.
They're too smart. The issue is
too smart.
Sometimes our technology can outsmart itself. If they were less smart and we could just set them to us and they didn't have this whole tracking system, we won't have an issue. But for some reason, every time I sit down here at 2 o'clock to do Theoretically Speaking, the camera that's in front of me always wants to get a crotch shot of me, which is not necessarily what our viewers on ESPN South Florida want to sign up for. So glad we could fix that. Glad we can get this show on the road. Thank you for holding it down yesterday. I know I've been having these sporadic parental, or what do you call them, paternity days. So I appreciate y'all holding me down. I know it's on and off. I'm going to be off again tomorrow, then back on Friday, and then we get back to normally scheduled programming. So don't fret when you see that Colin and Mike are holding it down right here, holding the fort down. Just stay cozy, stay calm. We got Evan Cohen joining us. Maybe. I got a maybe from him on whether or not he's going to make his Wednesday appointment with us here. So we'll see if that still works out. He's putting us on ice potentially. And also, Colin, you said that there's a little something shaking down. Something just happened?
Yes.
Or should I hit the button?
Hit the button.
Hit the button.
Breaking news on ESPN 1063 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. If your vehicle has issues with braking or other issues, get it fixed right now at St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Big deal. When you hit the button, it's a big deal at the top of the show.
Washington Commanders. I didn't, it's one of the dominoes to fall at this position. Stephon Diggs, Washington Commanders.
Has it happened?
Has it happened? Is that official? Jordan Schultz. Official.
There seems to be a discrepancy between whether or not is it official or
it's Rappaport and Schultz. I have not seen Schefter, but I've seen the other two.
That's always the question with
1
these
year
things.
deal, $12 million. Yeah, it's real.
Okay, 1 year, $12 million. Stephon Diggs to the Washington Commanders.
That hurts the Chiefs.
I think Kansas City will be fine.
Will they?
I think Kansas City will be A-okay without Stephon Diggs. How does that hurt the Chiefs? How is that your first reaction? It hurts the Chiefs.
Because they need a couple of receivers?
Man, Cyrus Allen's been looking good in training camp. 5th-round pick.
Right. Here we go again.
Rasheed Rice's.
Guy's going to be dropping passes. There's going to be a suspension or two, certainly. Oh. And then we look around thinking, boy, where are all the receivers? And then
well, this is, you know what? I'm glad that this happened. This is actually serendipitous that we get a drop like this at the top of the show, because I wanted to make a point. This happened while I was off the show. It was a major contract extension. Bijan Robinson with the Atlanta Falcons, 3 years, $75 million. Little over $50 million guaranteed. He, a guy that we widely consider the best running back in football and one of the best playmakers in general in football, is going to be with Atlanta for at least the next 3 years, pending any trade or any kind of weird thing that happens. But more importantly, I look at the dollar amount that the Falcons got to retain Bijan Robinson for, and it reminds me of something that we've gone, it's almost like a teetering value ladder, if you will, that goes up and down, up and down. It feels like, when I grew up watching football, there was a huge priority on the running back position. There was a great amount of value put on that position specifically as to whether or not a team could have success. You needed a capital G guy at that position to be good in the NFL. I think about the days of the Deshaun Alexanders, the Priest Holmes, the LaDainian Tomlinsons of the world. I think about the Emmitt Smiths of the world. Like, these teams ran on their running backs, a guy that holds my initials, Terrell Davis, TD, special dude. And then I think about what the NFL is shifting back to today. And when I see a team like the Atlanta Falcons can score a Bijan Robinson for $25 million a year, and then guys like Stephon Diggs, who are on literally the last leg of their career, a veteran wide receiver that is, he was pretty good for the Patriots as a number one option last year, but that was just because they were void of options. And we'll see what he still has left in the tank. We'll see if he can be something good, a security blanket for Jaden Daniels. Either way, he's going to the Commanders for 1 year, $12 million, and it reinstates, it further confirms to me my priors and what I wanted to come in here and talk about today. Running back is the best value in football right now. The running back position is clearly the number one best value you can have in football, especially if you can get your hands on an elite guy, not just because of how big of an impact they do have on the football field when it comes about, the Bijan Robinsons or Jahmyr Gibbs over the replacement level guys that you can get out there, but also the fact that you can draft one of those guys and the cost to retain them as likely the best player in your division, best player on your team, one of the best players in the NFL, is less than what the Ravens just paid for Zay Flowers. We got to reconsider what we think about the running back position in general, but we also got to reconsider how we criticize or talk about teams like the Falcons, the Raiders, and just recently the Arizona Cardinals, who spent high-value picks on these generational-type talents at the running back position, because I'm looking now at how they're able to retain those talents and not be hit over the head, and I think it's actually a pretty sharp idea. Colin, when you see the Bijan Robinson contract, what was your first reaction from that? Because I'm starting to realize that some of these teams, the best teams in the league, they're reprioritizing the running back position, and even the worst teams in the league, when they draft these guys, at the very least, they're able to retain them and not hurt the rest of their roster doing so.
The principle you just laid out about the value of the position, I 1,000% disagree with you.
Whoa.
Front and back.
Crazy.
What, the Atlanta Falcons, the perennial winners, paid $25 million for Bijan Robinson. Now they're the role model. Jahmyr Gibbs, who had an excellent year last year. How many games the Lions win? I mean, it's not that valuable.
Crazy. So
not that valuable.
So what you're saying to me now is, because those teams were unsuccessful,
McCaffrey,
the running back, the value that they get from those running backs was not good. Because if I were to look at you and say, all right, the Ravens, they didn't make the playoffs last year. They just paid Zay Flowers $35 million a year.
I didn't say that was worth it either. If I had to make my choice.
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, here's the thing. If there's a reason the wide receiver market's a little bit more lucrative than the running back markets, because you don't need a great running back to win a Super Bowl. You need good running backs, and you can find good running backs, and also the shelf life of running backs is much shorter.
Who was the Super Bowl MVP last year?
And where's he right now?
With the Kansas City Chiefs.
So clearly they didn't feel like he was.
Who was the Super Bowl?
He was that worthy of the value he was asking for.
Who was the most valuable player in the biggest game of the year last year?
No doubt. But why did they keep him if he's so valuable to them? Why did they keep Kenneth Walker?
Well, they couldn't afford to pay him.
They could afford to pay him. They decided not to pay him because they don't think the position is worth it.
They thought they could replace him, and then what team went out and got him, though? Because you're looking at one side of it, the team that let him walk.
Famously is screwed up a number of offensive roster decisions, but they are blessed with one of the best coaches in the league and the best and a top 3 player in the history of quarterbacks.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Kyle Shanahan prioritizes getting elite level talent at the running back position. Andy Reid prioritizes getting elite level talent at the running back position. You look at the Buffalo Bills, their offenses ran through the ground game and through James Cook for the last 3 years.
Having a good running back is great.
You look
I
at
do not think
Sean McVay, all of the best offensive minds in the NFL.
Great running back is suited for a great team already. If you're an average team, don't pay your running back. If you're a good team, go find a running back. That's what the Eagles did. That's what that worked out with the Seahawks. That's every time the Chiefs have had a good running back, it's been that. The Rams, they figured out the rest of the team, and then the running backs are good to go.
But the reason why they
let Todd Gurley walk famously. Keep that in mind.
I don't know if they let him walk or if they ran him into the ground. Like, I don't. Which of
Why
the
don't
two
pay him?
happened?
Because the shelf life isn't great.
Well, the shelf life isn't great unless you look at the Baltimore Ravens and Derrick Henry is 34 years old still eating.
Who's probably the only first ballot Hall of Famer playing today at position.
Saquon Barkley's not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He'll be close, and so will McCaffrey. Close.
Christian McCaffrey's definitively a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Go through his stats. He's got
Christian McCaffrey is
two first-team All-Pros. He has 4 healthy seasons. It's a trickier one than you think.
He's not done. If he retired after last season,
he won't have the stats. Derrick Henry will have the stats. Derrick Henry's going to be one of the definitively.
Saquon Barkley's right there.
It's resume. Remember, you're comparing yourself to Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders. You're comparing yourself to Emmitt Smith. You're comparing yourself to guys who played 12, 15 years. And obviously, the running backs survived longer then. But you're comparing resumes. You won't have the stats to add up to it. And in a lot of ways, you won't have the awards added up to it because the running back position is a wavering position.
The difference is it is valued that way. It's baked into the price of what it costs to retain an elite running back. And I think that's where we're missing each other right now. I'm not here to tell you it's the most important position in football. I know that you have to have a lot of other things in place if you want to be successful. You have to have a good offensive line. You have to have a threat of a passing game so that people don't load the box up against you. You have to have an above-average defense if you're going to want to make any kind of waves in the postseason. But the fact that we can look at the NFC South, and if I were to tell you, Colin, right now, NFC South, you can take the entire division, all 52 players on all 4 teams, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, and who am I forgetting? Buccaneers. All 4 teams, all 52 players. It's a pool of 200-plus players. And I said, starting right now, draft the player that you would want to start with your franchise right now out of all of those teams.
He's not going in the top. He's not going 1-1. I promise you that. If the NFC South can draft valuable players,
where are you
they are not going there first.
Especially at that price point, $25
They're going
million
left tackles. They're going quarterbacks. They're drafting coaches.
You would take Baker Mayfield right now over Bijan Robinson.
I think if you were starting a franchise from scratch, quarterback you're going early.
The Buccaneers are telling you that Baker Mayfield is more replaceable than the Falcons feel like Bijan Robinson is right now.
It's a bad quarterback conference. I understand that.
No, it's not just that, though. It's the value you can get. He's the best. He's maybe the best playmaker in the NFL.
And he is equated to nothing in his career. He has never played in a big game where he has won them. He's never won them a playoff game.
All right. So that's a whole different discussion.
That is the value discussion. The value discussion is, all right, how important is he to us winning games? And the answer is not that much. Yes, because they haven't figured out the most valuable position in the sport.
So you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. So last year, the team that won the Super Bowl, the most valuable player in their playoff run,
who didn't
was a
figure it out until they got Darnold, and they didn't. And they also had an otherworldly defense.
Sam Darnold.
What about the defense that held the Patriots to 9 points? What about them?
If you're gonna win a Super Bowl, Colin, you're gonna need other things to be good as well. I'm not saying a running back can change the fate of your franchise. It is the best value.
Darnold won them that NFC Championship game. The defense won them that Super Bowl. You're not sitting here telling me that Kenneth Walker's the reason they won that game. You're not doing it.
It is the best value in all of football right now.
Because it's cheap does not mean it's good value.
Yes,
it's cheap for a reason.
No.
That's
literally how value works.
Cheap means the value's low. You pay valuable positions. I understand, but
it's valuable based on how much you can spend to retain it. How are you not understanding that level of economics?
Will go get a good running back. Good to bad teams, forget it. It is not worth it.
What position then? Because I'm looking also around the league right now. I'm looking around the league, and I'm looking at a team like the Cincinnati Bengals who have Jamar Chase, and they're paying him $38 million a year. How did that work out for them last year?
The wide receiver is a tremendously overpaid position.
All right, so what position do you want to go to next?
Defensive tackle, defensive line.
Defensive tackle is a great value position.
Great value position.
It is a great value position.
Defensive tackle, I think edge rushers are overpaid. Defensive tackles, I would pay left tackles, left guards, right guards, centers.
Okay,
and
all
corners.
right.
Those are the positions that are valuable.
Laramie Tunsil made $30 million last year with the Washington Commanders. How did that work out for them?
Fine. The rest of the offensive line stunk.
I'm giving you the highest. Exactly.
Yeah, you're giving me a lack. Right, B. John Robinson had a career year last year. How'd the Falcons do? There's the exact same logic you use it against me.
He got paid way less.
Huh?
He got paid way less.
Yeah, paid way. Well, he's getting paid more. He's getting paid just as much now. You think are they just because he got paid? Are they going to win more games?
No. I don't think the Falcons will win more games because they stink and their quarterback is
Go get a guy that's going to make you win games.
Because their quarterback is Tua Tagovailoa and their defense is shoddy and their coach is Kevin Stefanski, who I'm not sure.
Ding, ding, ding. You're hitting it. Don't pay the position. You hit it. If he's not ready to pay that position,
look at the top teams in the NFL.
It is what they call a luxury position. You pay it when you're already good. Same thing with the edge rusher.
The only halt I'll give to you, I agree with you that it's not something that you need. It's not the thing that is going to turn a bad franchise into a great one. But it is the thing that I can look at, especially when I look at what the Cardinals did with Jeremiah Love. Nobody that you picked right there was going to change the fortune of your franchise overnight.
Jeremiah Love was a ridiculous pick. It will get that general manager fired.
Right, when I look at the Las Vegas Raiders picking Ashton Genty, nobody they picked right there is going to change the fortunes of your franchise in the way in which that any player could do, unless it was a quarterback.
They could have gotten an offensive lineman. That could change their franchise. They gave up 66 sacks last year. You don't think they would have liked another offensive lineman?
They were able to go out and get a few of them, and they went out and got an offensive coordinator, now head coach, in Clint Kubiak, who is one of the better guys at scheming up, preventing sacks, and you saw what he was able to do for Sam Darnold last year.
There's
other ways to fix around these things, but when I look at positional value in football, and I look at the fact that, again, the one that I would argue, the one that I thought you would bring up that you haven't yet, that is probably lockstep, if not maybe has more of an argument for it, is tight end. Because of what tight end can do for you. I just think that the difference is there's so many more great athletes at tight end that you can put in place.
All right, so let's go through this.
Replacement value.
Average per year. I'm going to go in order. All right, you tell me how many guys are imperative to their team to win games. All right, let's go through it. Bijan Robinson's number one.
He's imperative to the Falcons to win games. They just suck.
The Falcons don't win games, so
it's not his fault.
I guess he's imperative.
There's a bunch of,
but he's imperative to something they're not doing.
There's not much around him. He led the league in scrimmage yards last year.
And they
every time the Falcons put the ball in his hands, good things happen for them.
And they stunk. Come on,
it's
dude.
the Falcons. All right, go to the next guy.
Saquon Barkley's number two. Very important to what they do, no doubt.
All right.
But they were great before him.
Oh,
they were. Did they not go to a Super Bowl before him? What about them going to the Super Bowl before?
They went. Did they win?
Deal. Where are the Falcons going? I mean, come on.
You can't discredit Bijan Robinson because
Listen,
the team around him stinks.
And you know why I'm okay with Saquon? Because it was a great team that needed a luxury position. And that's exactly what they did. It was already a great team with a great offensive line and good coaches and a quarterback set. They had edge rushers. They have corners. They draft better than everybody. They could afford Saquon Barkley because that's what they did.
And
the
also
49ers are the exact same situation.
It's the same, but we're saying the same thing too, because you can go out and afford an elite level running back when you're a great team. None of these great teams can go out and afford any of these other positions that we're talking about right now.
But my argument is, if you're
can't go pay $30 million for the best D tackle.
A top 5 team in the league, don't pay the position. And that's what the Falcons are doing.
It's not about them just paying. They have to. You're not going to let Bijan Robinson walk.
I understand. But it's a $22 million contract.
You know you're not wasting
that is pick. Somebody that is destined to get sent somewhere else to a great team that's going to utilize his services down the line. If he wants to sit and build around running backs. Running backs are the cherry on top.
No,
they're the cherry on top.
If it's a cherry on top, then there are also foundational pieces around it. Build around what is the best player at the position in the sport right now. And he's 23 years old. You don't think the Falcons are now designing everything that they have around?
I get it. It's just not a position I'd pay. And I think historically,
so you're telling me
there is nothing that lines up to what you're arguing. There's nothing that lines up.
Should the Lions not pay for Jahmyr Gibbs?
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is great. Paying him with 2 years left on his contract? No, I wouldn't pay him this year.
So the Falcons shouldn't have paid Bijan Robinson?
2 years left on his contract. No, I would not pay him now.
That's how it works when your contract is almost up.
That's the only position where they're doing that. They're doing that because they have no leverage.
The difference is, too, if you extend those guys early right now and you're only paying Bijan Robinson, under $25 million?
Only paying him $22.25 million, which is a league leading? I mean, I guess. Not they paid him top of the.
All right, so let's go. Let's look at
Jameer
the guys
Gibbs going to get paid $24 million. What are we going to look at that? Think, boy, what a bargain!
Would you rather have Alec Pierce with the Colts right now or Bijan Robinson?
Well,
that's the
Colts are paying Jonathan Taylor a ton of money, and it didn't.
He didn't come up on this running back
when
list.
Jones went down.
Jonathan Taylor is not being paid a ton
Devon
of money.
Achane is making $16 million a year.
That's a freshly signed deal.
Wouldn't have done it.
That's a freshly signed deal.
Let him walk.
Let him walk. Why?
How many playoff games has Derrick Henry won for the Ravens? Let's get through that. What about that?
Offense. He won a few for the Titans.
He won a few for the Titans, indeed, and he won one run.
He could have won one for the Ravens if Todd Monken would have gave him the ball 7 carries against the Chiefs. What was the biggest criticism the Ravens had when they lost to the Chiefs in the AFC
I get it. Derrick Henry is a first-ballot Hall of Famer, and he is by far the best running back of this generation.
It's the best value.
That is another one who is not turned up anything in terms of a play. I mean, a Super Bowl. They have a 3-time MVP on the roster. I mean, and we're talking about a team that has not even sniffed a Super Bowl.
You still have to be in a good position. Any
Breece Hall, they paid him. How about that? You into that? You into Breece Hall getting $45 million?
We're not going to use
the freaking New York
They
Jets.
don't count.
We're built for
That's not a franchise that counts.
Fine.
In the discussion.
Jonathan Taylor's making $14 million a year.
He was like an MVP candidate 8 weeks in last year.
And then what happened?
Daniel Jones got hurt.
And then what happened?
And the offense stunk. They needed a threat for pass.
There you go. You nailed it. You can't win without having everything else work, especially the quarterback.
I never said it's the most important.
Josh Jacobs was a big focal point of that offense. I think he's great.
Jonathan
how many playoff games has Josh Jacobs won for the Packers?
Go back to what you said. We had to go to the other side. Jonathan Taylor was being paid how much per year last year? $14 million?
About $14 million.
And he was the entire offensive engine. When it was running well, Jonathan Taylor was scoring 2 or 3 touchdowns a game, over 100 yards. He was the red zone threat. He was catching balls out of the backfield. He was what made that thing
He could be a great player and not equate to their success on the field.
$14 million a year, that is an amazing value, and I can't find one that is more important.
Equating to their value on the
right
field.
now.
They don't win games because of Jonathan Taylor. They win games because of everything else. Jonathan Taylor is important to them. He's important to their offense.
But they don't.
He's not the deciding factor
of Jonathan Taylor.
What's that?
You don't get over that hump without the threat of it. Sometimes the hardest thing in sports.
Well, they didn't get over the hump until they got Daniel Jones. I mean, that was a middling team for years with Taylor there, and then it took Daniel Jones to fix that team.
Daniel Jones. So we're gonna
who played great last year.
That is a very replaceable quarterback. Bijan and Jonathan Taylor are not.
The Colts would argue difference. The Colts would argue differently.
Would they?
Yes.
Well, how many years did they give Daniel Jones?
How many games did they win when he left?
How many years did they give Daniel Jones?
Well, I understand.
We got to go to break. We got to go to
break.
You
got a 3-year contract with what, $40 million a year?
We got to go to break. But again, how many years did they give Daniel Jones if that's the guy that they value so highly? How many years are the Bucks willing to give Baker Mayfield?
He's a lot more expensive.
How many years?
You don't pay the position. You don't pay the position.
Just tell me. I'm giving you the opportunity right now.
What?
Clearly, they believe that those guys are replaceable. And clearly, the Falcons and
$40 million over a $120 million contract with 95 of it guaranteed to show.
Go look at the years on that contract.
I'd put it out of that.
They can get out of that on 2 years. 2 years and they're gone.
All right, that makes sense. But they're paying him $50 million.
He's the starting quarterback.
I know, because it's valuable.
I can name 15 other guys that you would rather have at quarterback than Daniel Jones.
You know who was an MVP candidate too? Jones was an MVP candidate. He just didn't play the whole season.
We got to go to break.
They were 8-2.
We got to go to break.
They were 8-1.
We could settle this on the other side.
Yeah, I mean,
here. Evan Cohen is
there's a
joining us on
reason
the
the
other
Seahawks
side
let Kenneth Walker walk right out the door. There's a reason.
There's a couple of reasons why they let him walk.
Because they didn't want to pay him.
And one of them also had to do with the fact that they had other guys they had to pay, like Jackson Smith-Njigba, who they dropped the bag on, and also the health concerns. But we can get to more of that on the other side. That is Colin Russo. I'm Theo Dorsey. Evan Cohen joins us from Unsportsmanlike on the other side here on a Wednesday on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's has voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta get up, shower, get dressed, then get in the car. But there's a sausage McMuffin with egg meal, with crispy hash browns and small McCafe coffee waiting for you at McDonald's for just $5. Did I mention you can now choose hot or iced coffee? I knew you could do it. McDonald's, your morning, handled. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Some people are embarrassed to admit they like saving money. Not me. I'm a fan of saving, and a fan of McDonald's. And while everything else keeps going up, nothing hits better than ordering the Big Mac meal. Crispy medium fries, ice-cold Coca-Cola, $8. It's delicious, it fills me up, and honestly, I'm proud of it. Big Mac meal. $8, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
It's a Wednesday, and that means soon to join us right here on Theoretically Speaking is our guy, Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, who will join us on the Baptist Health Hotline. And I got to play something for him. Before we can even get into the conversation, we're going to play something from him that I need his direct response from. But the Baptist Health Hotline, y'all know the deal. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From the sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team delivers the same advanced care that is trusted by the pros themselves. So do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, do your body a favor, and get back to the life and the activities that you love, and get tapped in with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's baptisthealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro. We have an Evan Cohen intro, obviously, but we have something that I need Evan to hear, and I know he is in earshot. So before we play the Evan Cohen intro, I don't know how tapped in you guys are here at ESPN West Palm and ESPN 106.3, but there's been a lot of great things coming and a changing here on the radio airwaves. One of which is the fact that we have some more familiar voices that have been joining us. Myron and Matt on the ESPN Radio National lineup has been exciting to add and exciting to hear. Take a listen to what they collectively said and agreed upon. I believe this was yesterday on ESPN Radio in regards to none other than Palm Beach County's favorite son, Evan Cohen.
Except Evan Cohen. I do think I could take Evan Cohen if necessary.
I didn't catch a straight. No,
I'm just saying if you were to rank people who could fight on ESPN Radio.
Canty.
Chris Canty, I think I would take number one.
That was again, Myron Metcalf, Matt Jones talking about who they could take in a fight. And this is Matt Jones. He said anybody on ESPN Radio would get him except for our guy, Evan Cohen. So first I got to play his open, and I need a response.
Lil Wayne told me something interesting yesterday that I did not know.
As if 4 hours every morning wasn't unsportsmanlike enough.
Okay, welcome.
He's the defender of Chapel Hill Bill.
Brutal.
Udonis Haslam's #1 fan.
I do it because I want to.
And currently appealing a restraining order from Drake May.
What are we even doing here?
From the Evan Cohen Studios.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen.
Time now for your afternoon dose of EvCo Radio.
3, 2, 1, okay.
Presented by Nobody.
Acceptable.
I thought we had somebody this time. I was on the edge of my seat. Evan, what's happening, man? Suited up?
Yeah.
First take?
It sounds like, Theo, we're getting close. That's what I've heard.
Okay. Sounds
you don't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay.
I got a note today or yesterday, now I'm forgetting, I'm losing it, that we're getting close. We're getting close. There are people that are in the mix, and we are now just, I think, deciding who we want to go with. That's how I'm going to look at it.
Okay.
Or deciding if anybody wants to go with us for this segment here.
Are you keeping us in the dark like LeBron James does? It's like your version of the decision? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm not keeping you in the dark. I just haven't been given any partner names.
Okay.
I've just been told there's been efforts. So I do appreciate the efforts by some to potentially bring some great business to this amazing moment that we have every single week. Nice. Now, as for Matt Jones and Myron Metcalf, that was said, Matt and Myron on ESPN Radio. And I happen to agree with Matt. I listen, I'm not a fighter, like physically. Verbally and mentally, I will fight you, and I will go toe-to-toe. Physically, I'm not interested. I've never been in a fight. I don't want to be in a fight. I have no interest in fighting physically. I mean, I've been in, like, scuffles on the football field, but not like a fight.
Were those scuffles before or after you threw an interception on the football field?
Yes.
So
there were so many moments of both that yes would be the answer to that.
So I think, which one do you think is more agreeable though? Because I like where he went there. Okay, I mean he called you out to be the one person that he felt like he could take, but then he immediately went to power ranking. And they said the #1 guy they would not have any problems with was the guy that had the most intimidating face mask in NFL history and a Super Bowl ring in Chris Canty of Unsportsmanlike. Is that Is that true?
So Canty would there's 4 people on the national ESPN radio lineup that that's where you start and you figure out the rest. So it's the 4 players that played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Chris Canty, or had at least time in the NFL in some capacity. So Chris Canty, Mike Golick Sr., Mike Golick Jr., and Harry Douglas.
Yeah.
That's where you start, right? Like right there. Then after that, you navigate your way through the rest, which includes the ESPN West Palm lineup. Now, how would you see it? So if you put all of the hosts in a ring that are physically based in Palm Beach County, so that is you, Theo Dorsey, that is Mike Rizzo, that is Christina Costanza, and that is Colin Russo.
Tina's feisty.
That's
you know what?
Not that competitive. Feisty, but not that competitive.
Not very competitive, feisty. So I'm not sure if as soon as the bell is rung, Tina would exit the ring, or if Mike, myself, and Colin would be so getting after each other, and then she'd be the last one standing because of that.
I mean, Colin admittedly is not great at sports, but is very athletic, and I do think there's a difference. I really do think there's a difference. People say, "What's the difference?" There, to me, great at sports is like, can you just shoot threes? Can you throw a football? Can you play soccer, tennis, golf, whatever it is? Athletic is like Colin did all the marathon and all that kind of stuff which normal humans could not do, to his credit, right? I heard him say when he was on another show instead of his own show recently, at the same time, no less, that he wasn't a great athlete. So Colin you know what? When I say I'm just navigating, Mike's got a little bit of you light the match and all of a sudden you got the big fire. So I may go Mike Rizzo 1, Theo 2, Christina 3, Colin 4. Now, Christina, the reason I say she's not competitive is I beat her in a race within the last year or so.
Yeah.
So that you got to factor that in. Destroyed her, as a matter of fact.
Wow. What kind of race? How long was this race? 4
miles.
Sheesh. That is how far ahead of the finish line were you for? Did you stop, turn around, and wait and clap her in?
I will say she didn't know it was a race until I sprinted at the end.
Okay. Not sure if that counts, but all right. I can appreciate the effort on your behalf.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be. I think that's fair. I think Mike is of that crew. You're the one who should win the fight because you're the tallest, you're the most in shape, all that kind of stuff. Well, you were Colin, I guess, and Christina, and I'm Mike. The 4 of you are in pretty good shape. It's a pretty good, well-conditioned team.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mike to me is the one I'd want to fight the least. I got to be honest.
He's got somewhat of a he definitely has a mean streak in him. I'm taking me all the way, but I'm biased. Mike Rizzo does he spark if you were to ask who of the 3 of us or 4 of us most recently has gotten into a fight, I would probably say Mike Rizzo might have.
I could see Colin having never been on a fight.
Yes, me too. Me too. Colin, have you ever been in any kind of physical altercation that involved punches being thrown?
No.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna.
It seems like he's fighting with the board today. I will say he's struggling with that. And probably the board's winning.
There's a lot of things going. There's a lot of things going wrong here behind the glass. Yeah. So no, I've not been in a fight. No, thank you.
Okay.
Do you agree with my assessment? Do you agree with my
Of course, I disagree with your assessment. Why would I agree with your? Why would I agree with that?
You put your 4.
Why would I agree with that? You put a 5'1", 30-year-old blonde woman.
Hair color matter.
Why are we doing this?
Why does your gender or hair color matter?
Fine. She's 5 feet tall.
She's not big.
Not a tall person. I'm not fighting Breonna Stewart. Let's get that out of the way. All right. So it's not Candace Parker. All right. It's a 5-foot woman.
Low center of gravity. You never know, man.
Listen, and I understand the Theo Mike thing. Whatever. I'm younger than them. I'm a little more spry.
Come on, Mike. I could see Mike. You know what? Mike's interesting. Mike Rizzo carries himself like his record this year is 11-3. Like he's been in 14 fights this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Mike also is the kind of guy that maybe he's never been in a fight because he's a good guy. But I don't know. How did you take that as an insult? Or is it just
wow, gee, you have an hour?
He thinks you're a pacifist. He thinks you're a good guy. You're a pacifist. You don't want to get into any kind of altercation.
I don't want to get into an altercation. Doesn't mean I can't win an altercation if I need to get into an altercation.
Right. No reps.
You need reps. Honestly, you need
have reps at things.
It's like
it's like a play-by-play job. You gotta I know you're trying to get the BC job, but the reps in the mix there, Colin.
Don't have reps on the fighting scene. Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Evan, we were having a very heated discussion before you came on here about what is the best value position in football right now. I already know yours because, I've heard you make this point before. I do. But mine is now shifted to running back. Mine is shifted to running back because I think we've gone too far in the other direction. And I look at a guy like Bijan Robinson being retained by the Atlanta Falcons for under $25 million per year. He's the best player at his position. He's the only difference maker in the Falcons that teams have to game plan for. And the fact that the guy that you drafted with a top 10 pick, also you were able to retain for less money than the Ravens just spent on Zay Flowers, less money than the Lions are going to, or the Cowboys are going to have to spend on George Pickens, less money than the Cincinnati Bengals had to spend on both of their playmakers individually. I do believe running back is now the best value in sports, and the Falcons showed you that. The Super Bowl last year showed you that, and also I think it's going to continue to pan out this way as we see teams draft the elite ones high and retain them for a value that makes a lot of sense if they're going to be the engine of your offense. And you're already holding your face in your hands, so you have an issue with that.
Theo.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to calm myself.
Calm down.
Theo, I would say your fan club has a big three, okay? I would say Stephanie Prince, market manager, vice president, ESPN West Palm. Brian Rowitz, content director, ESPN West Palm. And me, okay? You have a big three of a fan club.
Pretty good.
I would like out. I'm just saying, I'd like out. That is the worst. It's the worst. That is one of the worst value contract. Value means like it has to result in something. The best running backs in the NFL, right? Okay, so Bijan Robinson has no chance of winning a Super Bowl with the Atlanta Falcons.
Because they suck, not him, but go.
Well, then why are you paying? You're paying him to do what?
You're paying him because you retain great talent. He's the only thing. He's the only thing in that locker room that you have to keep.
But that's not a difference-making position.
It is. He led the league in scrimmage yards last year for them.
And what if they didn't make the playoffs?
Well, be better in other spots. Spend money now
How
in
are
other
you
spots.
better in other spots if you can't pay them if you're paying a running back?
$22 million isn't breaking the bank. My point is not that the running back
my God.
$22 million is not breaking the bank. That's average positional value at other positions. You could have a Pro Bowl, a borderline Pro Bowl level tackle that you have to pay $20 to $25 million, and I guarantee you every single team in the NFL would line up to give Bijan that money and not that. For sure.
Well, I could tell you that the single greatest coach to ever live in Bill Belichick would never give him that. Never in a million years.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's use the Super Bowl champs.
I agree.
They had the Super Bowl MVP, and they said, nah, too much. Goodbye,
Hey,
Kenneth Walker.
What did they do in the first round this last year, though?
Yeah, because it's a lower price.
Because also
it's a lower price.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like
Guess
that.
Guess who will have no shot of winning? Jeremiah Love, 4th overall, Arizona Cardinals, makes an inordinate amount of money. The worst thing you can do is draft a running back that high. You know why? Because you are forced to give him a second contract. And I understand that Matt Ryan and Ian Cunningham, the people who run the Falcons, did not draft him, but they inherited him. See, to me, people always rip the Giants for trading for letting Saquon go. I'll rip the Giants for two things: drafting him and not trading him before they decided to let him go. A bad team should never pay a running back. And what we have here in Atlanta is a bad team paying a running back.
I agree with you that a bad team paying the running back that extension is something that's not going to help them win. What I would argue to you is if you do draft the Jeremiah Love, the Ashton Genty, which I like what the Raiders are actually starting right now, and the reason why they were able to have that free agency off-season spending spree is they know that the guy that they just did draft in Ashton Genty last year, even when he proves to be a top 3 level or maybe even the best talent in the NFL at his position, when it's time to retain him, they don't have to pay him Jamar Chase money. They don't have to pay him Jackson Smith and Jigma money. They can pay him $25 million a year to continue to be the valve that you run your offense through, and you still can go out and you can make spendages like Tyler Linderbaum at center. You can still get Colton Miller at tackle. You can still spend money on the defensive end and keep Max Crosby. You still have other money to be able to spend on your roster. It's a good value because it's not that expensive.
It's the worst value in all of sports.
It's not that expensive.
Not only do I think the running back, not only do I think it's not a good value, I think it's arguably the worst value in all of sports.
Wow.
I'm glad you brought up the Raiders. Ashton Genty, they're paying him first round money. By the time he wants a new contract, he is going to, in essence, graduate or should be graduating from their program because they're going to realize, well, we're going to have to cut the center in Lindenbaum, which we just gave a gazillion dollars to, by the time that Mendoza, in their best world, South Florida guy, wants that new deal. It's not going to line up. The cardinal sin in the NFL is paying skill position players to make up for poor quarterback play. If you don't think you have a good quarterback, the first thing you should do is decide as a franchise, every high draft pick, we're going to take an offensive lineman, and every free agent dollar we have, we're going to take an offensive lineman. Look at the Saints. Very smart right now. People don't realize this. The New Orleans Saints, very smart. They have a bunch of ex-first rounders on their offensive line. There's a reason that Tyler Shuck popped at the end of last year. He's protected. He has a chance at protection. And I understand you could look at the Falcons and say, they have a couple of good defensive or offensive linemen, but the amount of money they have in the skill position players is insane. I would never pay a running back. I would never draft a running back in the first round. I don't need to.
Isn't this rich coming from a Chiefs fan? Dude, you won 1 billion titles and had a billion great years with Isaiah Pacheco.
The biggest issue with the Kansas City Chiefs over the past 2 years is
hold on. Wait, Theo, can I just point something out?
Yeah, talk to me.
People asked what Colin just said. To that point, people say like, "Oh, give me a sneaky free agent signing this year," and the actual guy I give, I'm like, I don't know if he's healthy and I don't know if he's good anymore. But if he's healthy, Dan Campbell will love Isaiah Pacheco because that guy runs his butt off. And I think you make more than Isaiah Pacheco. And that guy, he could be unbelievable with the Lions this year. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs, hold in, whatever it is. I'm not saying you don't want Jahmyr Gibbs. Simultaneously, I think that Isaiah Pacheco is better value at $1 million.
There's your value. I agree with him. He's right. There's your value.
Pacheco has not been right since that. Now he could bounce back and be better, but he has not been right.
You're missing Evan's point. He's talking about Evan getting, on a vet minimum, getting Isaiah Pacheco. That should be the value you're trying to argue. You're sitting here arguing the $25 million price tag for Bijan Robinson is excellent value. It's not excellent value because Bijan's won a great. He's won no big games for them.
In the league.
He's won no big games for them.
In scrimmage yards on a team that is actually not very good.
He could be there
on a team that is actually not very good.
They could quite literally remove him from the roster and still be the exact same team.
For the San Francisco 49ers, do you think they regret the deal for going in Christian McCaffrey?
That's different because that was a great team that got a great running back. The Eagles did the same thing. The Falcons are a middling to bad team.
So what you're saying is, I'm not telling you that
it's the last thing you should get. It's called a luxury position. It's the last thing you should get.
You can call it a luxury position or not, but the fact that you can afford to make that spending on a guy that could be a top player at that position.
You don't have a quarterback.
You
can't really afford it. You're looking. Okay, go back for a second.
Yeah.
Simultaneously, running back can be the best value and the worst value. The position, not the player in this case. It can be the best value because it is the easiest player to find in the league at the lowest cost to be as productive as the player with the highest cost. Very easy, right? If you told me the Lions this year got great production out of Isaiah Pacheco, I'd believe it, okay? Now, in the case of, let's just use the Falcons, or let's use the Dolphins, right? H-head, they gave him, what, $15 or $16 million a year? That's utterly insane to me.
Nuts.
The moment that he popped, I would have said, if I'm the Dolphins, who wants him?
They should have traded him. But guess what, though? You're arguing the decision they made, and you're not arguing the value that he holds. Because you're saying trade him because of what you could get in return for him. I don't believe running backs
hold any value unless they're under $5 million.
That's it. He's hitting it. That's
it. Of the value you can get return on.
He's 1,000% right. You're overpaying the position anything over $10 million.
You're saying value because of what you can get in return for him. But look at all of the top teams in the league, and look at what they're paying at running back. Look at what they're investing in their running back rooms.
Okay,
it's either top picks or it's guys that are veterans who are at the top of the league. Derrick Henry, James Cook, Chase Brown. Look at Josh Jacobs even with the Packers.
Chase Brown, who's on no Super Bowl and also a rookie contract for Chase Brown.
Who went out and got Ken Walker.
The Seahawks let him walk out the door.
The Seahawks let him walk out the door. And what was the most important move they made this offseason afterwards?
They got Price in the draft. That's exactly what they should do.
With a first-round pick.
And that's what they're going to continue to do.
Which is still fine.
And that's what the Rams do.
That's because they were picking
That's
at 32.
what the Rams do. They go get Corum. They go get Kyron. They're going to let Kyron. They're going to pack Kyron's bags, dude.
They are going to pack Kyron's bags.
See ya. Dude, I'll drop you off at the airport. It's because good franchises do not pay the position.
They paid Kyron.
They're going to get rid of him once Corum pops. I mean, come on.
And then guess what they're going to do? They're going to draft another guy into that spot.
The Packers finally paid somebody, and they paid Josh Jacobs, and
he was right for him in that first year.
Accumulated to zilch. Played 15 games last year. They didn't do anything in the postseason.
Do you think the Ravens regret Derrick Henry?
Let me ask you something. Wait, hold on. Theo, let me do an exercise here very quickly off the top of your head. Top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Mahomes, Jackson, Allen. After that,
it is Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, I'll get. Yeah, Stafford. I'm thinking of the guys that have the ascending value, but Stafford's right
Hurts,
there too.
Burrow.
Hurts and Burrow right there. Brock Purdy's got to be in there.
So Mahomes, hold on.
Yeah.
Mahomes has won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You have Stafford in there who's won a Super Bowl, and you have Hurts who's won a Super Bowl, been to 2, and Burrow who's obviously been to 1. The other 2 have not, but both MVPs. Now give me your top 5 running backs in the league.
McCaffrey, Bijan, Gibbs.
Wait, who was the first one? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
What?
McCaffrey?
Well, we could go Bijan. I mean, it's a
Bijan
versus
give me
value
5.
thing.
Bijan,
McCaffrey, Barkley, Gibbs, and Derrick Henry still right there. Derrick Henry.
Okay, so of the top 5 running backs.
James Cook. I kind of.
Okay, let's go top 6. Of the top 6 running backs combined, they have 1 Super Bowl win.
Yeah.
It doesn't lead to winning. The success at that position is not a direct correlation to winning. Conversely, you're asking about value, and what I would tell you is the value. What I look at is where are the players in the NFL that no matter what I pay them at that level, they have a chance to lead to winning. So still, quarterback is always going to be undervalued. Wait, hold on. I'll give you other ones. I could never pay Mahomes enough. Yeah. I'll give you another one. Tight end.
I knew you were going there.
Undervalued. Extremely undervalued.
Yeah.
Because if you think back to some of the great tight ends the last 10, 15 years, they've all won. Right? Gronk, Kelsey, etc. I'll give you another one. You're going to think I'm utterly insane. But I love this position as a value play because they don't make any money. Kicker.
Oh.
If you have a great, hold on. Here's my equation. If you have a great kicker, I equate it to Mariano Rivera with the Yankees. For 20 years, to me, the Yankees played an 8-inning game. You weren't going to score runs in the 9th. Guess what? A guy we love in Lamar, and I'm just talking about on-field stuff now. I'm just talking about on-field, right? He had for how many years Justin Tucker, who made it a 70-yard field instead of a 100-yard field. So I look at players that I don't have to pay a ton, that I still can balance it out for the rest of the team, that have a direct impact on winning. You just gave the 5 best running backs in the NFL, and one of them has won a Super Bowl.
If Super Bowl is the line of demarcation, then yes, we can do this with every position.
Yes, we quantify value by the amount they win, or the amount they lead to win.
15 years, and let's pick all the players that the Chiefs invested in and the Patriots invested in. Because the issue is that's a very skewed.
What did the Chiefs and the Patriots nail?
All right, so who was the Super Bowl MVP last year?
Super Bowl MVP.
Seattle walk out the door when they had to pay him.
And what's the word?
Theo, you could have played running back in that Super Bowl. They would have won. You could have played running back.
What does V stand for in MVP?
What
does V stand for?
Theo.
What?
Theo, you could have played running back. You could have played running back after that team.
No, I couldn't have. You said how
you could have played, and they would have won the game. They would have won the game with you at running back.
You're making our point.
Oh my goodness.
Theo, you're making our point. Do you know why? Last year, the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Kenneth Walker was Super Bowl MVP. They were paying him $8.4 million. He was a 2nd-round pick. The moment that his price went up from 8.4 to 14.3, they said, no, thank you. And the team that paid him 14.3 is one that has the best value in the sport, which is Mahomes healthy. There is no better value than that. So after that, because that is direct impact to winning.
Right.
And they're not paying a running back or a wide receiver to make the quarterback better. You pay the quarterback to make everyone else better. Running back is highly paid running backs is the worst value in all of sports, in any sport. Joel Embiid has a higher value to winning at 63. It's true.
This is so
than
wrong.
A running back would.
This is so wrong.
Joel Embiid healthy could get you, and he wins the MVP of the league, and with this team now, gets you closer to a championship than Bijan Robinson at $25 million.
This is so
you can
wrong.
come up with whoever you think is the worst value in sports, and the high-paid running back is worse value.
So disrespectful. Because the difference is, and
I'll
not
leave
disrespectful,
we can leave it at this, though.
It's evidence-based. It's database. It's database.
Here's what I'll leave it at. That's fine. That's cute. That's fine.
Cute.
Database.
Oh, God.
That's cute. It's adorable. I'll leave it with this, though. If that's the worst value and you're only paying him $22 million, $23 million a year, and I'm looking around the league and I'm seeing what other offensive weapons are being paid.
Outside the position. You're comparing apples to oranges. It's a different
matters
position.
when you're running your offense through them. It matters when you're running your. It matters when he had nearly 1,000 yards. He had nearly 1,000. He had nearly 1,000 yards receiving by himself last year.
And it meant nothing.
It does matter. That is, you're extracting
Theo,
a lot
they've
of
won 8
value
wins.
out of
They've had
22.
8 wins for 5
How
straight
many did
years.
the Saints win?
Long
How
before.
many did the Saints win who were getting credit for their great offensive
Long
line?
before
How many
Bijan
did the
got
Saints
there,
win?
the Falcons were the same way.
How many did the Saints win that are getting credited for that offensive line they built, which I agree is great and commendable and it's going to be
Well,
more
the Saints
so
didn't start winning
long-standing
until they put
success.
Shuck in there. They won 6 out of their last 8 games.
Oh, they also were playing some. Go back and look at those games and the teams they played.
It doesn't deal. A win's a win. I mean, geez, you think the Falcons are playing murderers, bro? You think the Falcons are playing murderers? They're playing the same division. They're playing the same teams, Theo.
How did the Buccaneers lose out on the playoffs last year?
Do you know how many winning records the Atlanta Falcons have had with Bijan Robinson on
0.
their team?
I mean, geez. Yeah,
right,
and
you know
he's
what?
asking to
I
get
will be
paid
proven
2 years
right.
out.
I'll be proven right when Ken Walker's the reason why the
I'll
Chiefs
leave
are
you
back in the
with
Super Bowl
this.
contention.
I'll leave you with this. Do you know how easy well, they would have gotten fan backlash, but let's pretend there are no fans for a second and just team building wise. You know how obvious it is when you take over an organization like that Matt Ryan crew did. Ian Cunningham comes over from the Bears.
Yeah.
You know how easy it is in theory to say, hey, we're here because the last 3 years doing it this way, you guys haven't had a single winning season. So what we're going to do now is we're going to search for a quarterback. The best way of searching for a quarterback is finding value where others don't. There are not many tanking teams in the league this year, right? So we're going to trade Bijan Robinson and Drake London and Kyle Pitts before we have to pay them. And we're going to get so many picks back. And we may not even take a quarterback in 2027 because we're going to build a fort for that quarterback to stand behind whenever we're ready for him.
But you're arguing two different things because you're also saying that you would trade them, which in that statement implies they have great value. And that's all I'm saying. You're arguing what decision you should make with the value you have. I'm saying that the position itself, having an elite player at it, is valuable. But I don't think we're going to ever come to common grounds on this. I appreciate you bringing up tight end because I think that that's right there behind it. We do have to go, though, Evan. So I appreciate you pulling up on this Wednesday. And again, I'm going to say this on the way out. I would at least give you a fighting chance against Matt Jones. This is one thing I wanted to get back to this whole time, but I didn't get a chance to. I don't like them just putting you on the bottom rank there for ESPN Radio.
Theo, he's a lot bigger than you think. He's taller than me.
I never knew how.
He's like,
yeah,
he's like 6'3", 6'4". He's a big guy.
You're a big guy,
that guy, but he's like,
you're a big guy.
I'm like that, but I'm like 6 foot ish, between 6 and 6. I mean, my son's not taller than me. And he's 12.
Wow. Okay, maybe I am. Maybe I'm underestimating things there with Matt and Myron. But again, I'm trying to give you a little bit of credit there. But appreciate the time.
Did you hear? Did you hear what Myron said about Tarik Skubal?
No.
He said when he first heard about him, he thought his name was Tarik, and he had him on his list, and he really liked him. And then his name was Tarik, and he didn't like him as much. I'm like, that is the greatest line I have ever heard in my entire life.
Oh my gosh! It is.
How good is that line?
It is hilarious, and it is funny, and it's one of those two where I have to go back every time and remind myself it is Tarik, and spelled like that, and not Tariq. Because every time I read it, I want to say Tariq because I'm used to saying Tariq, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. Tarik Skubal. All
right.
Appreciate
this
you.
Was
Evan.
fun.
Appreciate you, Evan.
Bye.
On the other side there in the Get Around, or excuse me, not in the Get Around, we'll have the happy hour with Tina. We will hit the Get Around, of course, per usual. And there is one thing that a college football team is doing this upcoming season that I think is one of the greatest inventions and additions to college football since maybe they integrated the SEC. I mean, this is like Paul Bryant. I don't know if Bear Bryant would have come up with an idea this great for a team that also is irrelevant outside of that. What I do know is a great idea if you are out here in South Florida and you want a place to watch games this college football season or NFL season or whatever you want to watch. Wall-to-wall sports in every single Duffy Sports Grill you go to. And I'll tell you this, there's also this thing that they do at Duffy's called the Power Play. And the Power Play gives you an option here. So many different entrees you can choose from. The main thing, though, is it's an entree, it is a side, and it is a drink for $13.99. So that entree could be the chicken tenders. That entree could be one of the mouth-watering, juicy burgers that they have there. Or maybe you want some wings tossed in your favorite sauce. Maybe one of those loaded sandwiches as well. So many different options. You get a side with that and a drink, $13.99 anytime. Anytime you feel that grumble in your stomach. Anytime that you're feeling like, oh, I want to pull up somewhere and check out some action on TV screens with some buddies. It's an easy call. The Duffy's Power Play, $13.99. Any day, anytime. Duffy'sMVP.com. Go online to Duffy'sMVP.com. Check out the location nearest you and also start your reward system. Become an MVP today so you can start tracking your rewards with Duffy's and make the smart play, the smart move, and do the Power Play at Duffy Sports Group. Good food, great drinks, and wall-to-wall sports. Duffy's, our game is always on. The happy hour on the other side and the cocktail of the day. That is Colin Russo. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Are you one of those people that just can't focus at home? The dog barks, the kids are screaming, and you're thinking, how am I going to get all of this work done? Working from home can be distracting, but Intelligent Office is here to help you focus. They offer quiet and affordable private office and meeting spaces in Palm Beach Gardens to help you get your work done. Call 561-472-8400 or visit intelligentoffice.com to reserve an office today.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Go big and save big at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Right now, choose from over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned cars and SUVs ready to drive home today. That means more selection, more savings, and more ways to get the deals you've been waiting for. Whether you're looking for a fuel-efficient commuter, a family SUV, or a sporty new ride, Greenway Kia West Palm Beach has you covered. And here's the game changer. Big inventory means big value, putting more money back in your pocket. Credit challenges? No problem. The Credit Clinic is back, and the experienced team team at Greenway Kia will work with you to explore financing options that fit your lifestyle. So don't wait. Find the Kia that's perfect for you, your budget, and your driveway. Call Lonnie Mister today at 561-433-1511. That's 561-433-1511. Or hurry on to Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where big inventory means big savings. But don't wait. These deals won't last. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Canes fans, the 2026 Miami Hurricanes football season will be here before you know it. And there's no better place to experience it than inside Hard Rock Stadium. Feel the energy of the crowd, the excitement of game day, and the moments you can't fully experience from your couch. Season tickets are the best way to make sure you don't miss a snap, a score, or a signature Canes moment all season long. Lock in your seats today at MiamiHurricanes.com/football. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man, your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. We are back at it here in the happy hour on August the 5th. 35 days out from the kickoff to the NFL season. The Hall of Fame game kicks off tomorrow night. And that means football is essentially here. It's not back. It's not coming. It is here. Teams well in the camp. The Panthers and Cardinals going to give us a most likely a show. But we'll enjoy it anyways because football is here. Colin Russo's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Tina Costanza here in the Evan Cohen studios with me for the happy hour. And Tina, if you did not hear in the first hour, I have become enemy of the state here at ESPN South Florida and ESPN West Palm because I believe the running back position is the most valuable right now in the NFL based on how guys are getting paid, based on what they get out of those players. And now everybody hates me, Tina. Now everybody's mad. They think I have bad ideas.
I heard a lot
sad.
of arguing and just back and forth.
Yeah.
In the first hour with you, Colin, and Evan. So.
Yeah. It's fine. We think differently. We think differently. And sadly, Tina, I don't feel very confident in my odds of being proven right over the next year and a half because I'm going to need the Falcons, the Cardinals, or the Raiders to. I'm going to need those historically great franchises. Oh, the Dolphins either. I'm going to need one of those four franchises to do well or out exceed expectations. But I'm going to hang my hat on if the Chiefs return to star power. If the Chiefs return to a Super Bowl contending team, I'm going to hang my hat on the Ken Walker edition, that running back edition, as something that proves my point. So let's go Chiefs, I guess. That's not a bad bet. It's not a bad bet.
No.
You know what is a good bet?
Cocktails. Always.
Cocktail of the day. It's August 5th, man. It's a Wednesday. Is this a national? Is this a nationally themed
Yes.
cocktail? Okay.
It's a national holiday today.
Is it? It's
You're
Aquarius season.
You're never gonna guess it.
National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
No.
National Strawberry Lemonade Day.
No.
All right. Is it a food thing?
No, it doesn't involve food.
National Rescue a Dog Day.
No.
Okay. Shark Week.
Remember when I got that wrong?
I remember that. It's very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
We
thought.
just did Shark Week
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
It is. No, I don't know. Give me one genre, one thing, one hint.
It's a clothing item.
Okay. National Jeans Day.
No.
National Jackets Day.
No.
National Tank Top Day.
Undergarment.
Okay. National Bikini Day.
No.
National Panties Day.
In a way.
National Thong Day.
No.
Okay. All right. Thought Cisco
Okay,
had
you're
it.
getting
Okay.
specific. It's National Underwear Day.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
I said panties, and I think that was good.
Yeah,
You didn't have to
okay.
get specific.
Right. Sorry. I was gonna go G-string next. All right. So National Underwear Day.
Yes.
How are you gonna make a cocktail out of?
Well, we got the Commando cooler.
Got it.
That's how.
So it's almost that's anti-underwear though.
I know. There was other ones, but the Commando cooler, one of our teammates, I was looking at them with me. He was like, that one actually sounds kind of good.
I like the name. All right, so the Commando Cooler for National Underpants Day, and what do we have in the Commando Cooler?
We're not the biggest fan of this liquor, but
Vodka.
gin.
Gin. Ugh.
We have gin,
Rough.
fresh lemonade. We like our elderflower liqueur,
Love that.
splash of soda water, and a lemon wheel to garnish.
That's actually good.
Right?
It's a great cocktail. Gin. I can fight through the gin. Fight through the gin on that. The cocktails they make at O Resort and Spa Palm Beach, you don't have to fight through nothing because those things look absolutely delicious.
All the ones that I sent in our group text.
You had like 8 of them, and Colin responded to how many of them?
None.
Nah.
I showed off all my tequila drinks that I had by the pool, even the one that was made by Brendan that wasn't on the menu, the paper plane.
Shout out B.
The cocktails, though, at O Resort and Spa are amazing. And last week, I got to go to their Coastal Cocktail Series, their tasting before it opens up to the public, which it actually starts this month in August. You got 2 in August. You got 2 in September. It's specific on the liqueur. It could be Grey Goose. It could be Patron. They've got a bourbon and rye. They have options for everyone. Go to O Resort and Spa to see how you can book your reservation. The food was delicious. The cocktails were amazing. When I went, Zach from Patron was there as the brand ambassador, and he really explained every cocktail, how it paired with the dish that we were getting. We had popsicles. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I tried ostrich for the first time. It was amazing, very intimate, only a handful of people in the room. Check it out, oversortandspa.com for the Coastal Cocktail Series at Angle. And hey, you still got time. You can always do a staycation. School starts up next week. You're going to need a vacation after prepping for back to school.
Wow.
Go get your staycation at O Resort and Spa, Palm Beach.
You hitting us with a school starts back up next week, that's not something that any of us are supposed to be considering in this room.
I know.
You know? Like this.
But when school starts for us, we also get busy.
That is true. And then the school zone sign. The thing that is most impactful to me these days when school starts back up is the school zones.
I thought about
And
this
the crossing
morning driving, and I was like, oh, I need to remember that the traffic is going to be worse.
Yeah. The crossing guards, the school zones, the yellow flashing lights,
Yes.
the heightened speeding tickets. Yeah, all of those things. Just y'all be aware. School is starting back up. So even if you don't have kids, still can be a big impact to you there. Theoretically speaking here, on a Wednesday, and I tomorrow night again, obviously the Hall of Fame game. We're gonna do a little get around here. It's gonna involve one of the announcements ahead of the Hall of Fame game, which I did find to be pretty interesting. But when you brought up the Commando cooler, and it being National Underwear Day, I have to ask this question to make sure I'm in safe space here. Colin, we're not a Commando to work guy.
Never once, never will.
Okay, good. Me neither. I've worked with somebody who outwardly was
you
big
need to call somebody about.
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Wait,
100%.
I know. I thought that was kind of common. Like, I know multiple guys who.
There's a lot of guys that go Commando to work.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that go Commando all the time. You're
All
not going
the
to know
time.
about it.
Yeah.
Why do you know about it?
Because if it comes up in
So you
conversation,
ask?
I don't ask them. Sometimes
Well, how do
it's
you find out?
volunteered. things like this. We do content for a living.
Or
Sports
just
Talk Radio.
underwear gets brought up in the conversation.
Yeah.
They're like,
Who
I
do
don't
you know
wear
that
it.
doesn't wear underwear
I
to
don't
work?
know to put them out there. They have to say it themselves. That's a HIPAA violation.
No. If it's not a HIPAA violation, you're not a doctor. Who is it?
Nobody that's still here.
So former people that were
There's been at multiple jobs I've worked. I had multiple colleagues.
Dude, you got to
Mine
call.
might-
Yeah, I would call somebody about that.
What are you gonna do? Check them at the door?
Make them put some underwear on.
How?
They don't want to.
How?
That's gross, huh?
How do you make them?
I don't know. You threaten to get rid of them. If
You
they
don't
do
know.
it.
So here's the thing.
Is
You
it
could be.
bothering anyone?
He could say this.
It's bothering me hearing about it.
Colin, you could say that right now. You don't even know. Intern Kirk could be in there right now. No underwear. You know what I'm
You have
saying?
underwear on,
Commando.
Theo?
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I don't like, especially when you wear jeans. I don't know how guys do that. Going
I don't know
commando
any
with
men that
jeans
do
on is
that.
a crime.
I don't know a single. I've never met a single guy that
You
goes
don't
commando
know.
casual.
It's never come up.
Never. No.
You don't know.
I don't
know.
I've never met. Maybe I don't, but I've never met a single person who's ever been commando.
It's never been brought up. It's never been brought up. You don't want. It's not a pleasant thing to find out either. I'm not.
Why are they volunteering this information to you?
It comes up sometimes.
How does it come up?
Content.
How does it come up?
We
When's the
work
last
in
time?
content.
Theo, you and I have never talked about each other's underwears once in
It's
our
the first
lives.
time. First time for everything.
Underwear just sometimes comes up in the conversation.
National
and they
Underwear
will,
Day.
and they
I
will
don't know.
just.
I don't know. You guys
just
are having
stay at
different
home.
conversations than me. I don't know. This is weird.
Mine's not
Hey,
teenage.
Mr. Erotic Books.
It was a good book. All right.
It's like, I don't trust me. It's an uncomfortable conversation for me as well. We work in content, and sometimes when you work in content, underwear comes up, and you learn things about your coworkers you'll never forget.
See, mine was never colleagues or coworkers. Like, they were friends. So it was normal. Like, the conversations weren't weird because it was like friends.
I remember one time I went hooping with a friend of mine, and
Don't
I found
finish
out,
this story. Do not finish. He was not wearing underwear
No,
when he played basketball.
no. That's not. I found out. So
that you call somebody when that happens.
Here's what happened. We worked. It was an internship. We were working out in Sanford, Connecticut, in NBC Sports, an internship, and we decided one day after work that we were all gonna go hoop after work. So around 5:00 hits, we all are headed to our cars to the parking lot, and he was like, "Yo, let me run back to the crib first before I go." I'm like, "No, I thought you had your shorts with you. I thought you packed your shorts in the car." And he was like, he was wearing jeans and I could think a button down. And I'm like, "You said you packed your shorts in the car. Just change it to the shorts and we can roll right there. We don't want to be late. If you get late to the runs, then you're going to be waiting forever and ever. We didn't want to do that." He was like, "Yeah, the issue is I'm wearing my shorts under my jeans right now, but I'm wearing my shorts kind of in lieu of wearing my underwear, and I didn't think about the logistics of once I take the jeans off and I just have the shorts on, I can't be playing ball commando." So it was. I then found out in that moment that he was technically commando with the shorts and not underwear.
This sounds like a mistake, not like a. This doesn't sound like a common thing, but it sounded like a mistake.
But it led into a conversation. It led into a conversation where I found out that summer, specifically during that internship, he was going commando more days than not because he was too lazy to do his laundry.
Oh.
You got to wash your drawers.
Imagine last time he washed those
jeans. You got to wash your
jeans.
drawers a lot.
Imagine last time he washed those jeans.
I know. I know. This is how we got to this place. And
I lose a little respect for somebody if they don't wear underwear. Dude, you could socially acceptable this, socially acceptable that to me.
You would never know.
Put some underwear on.
You would never know.
You never know. You never know.
I would hope you
Your
never know.
pants could rip. You could get, God forbid you have an accident. Anything can happen. You don't want that.
I understand. I'm with you. I'm an underwear guy.
You get pantsed. That's another one.
That's happening. I remember that happened in grade school to a buddy of mine in PE. Got pants, no underwear. Boom. All out there.
One of my buddies got pantsed at a bar at college.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
No underwear?
I think it came with.
That's the other issue. If you grab them too close, you can get it off.
That was a rough one.
I'm glad. I hope the tradition of pantsing. We're talking about kids going back to school and whatnot. And obviously,
National Underwear Day.
It's National Underwear Day. I'm hoping the tradition of the pantsing prank. I hope that's done. I hope that died when I left school. I hope that's not something that's still going on.
That's embarrassing.
The pantsing thing was.
That's terrible.
It was
humiliating.
Unnecessary. Yeah, it was unnecessary. Yeah, I just hope. There's better ways, guys.
Better pranks.
Better pranks.
Wear underwear, people. There's your PSA. Wear underwear. For the love of God, wear underwear.
On National Underwear
Would
Day.
you rather a coworker come to work in dirty underwear or no underwear?
Dude, go to break. I'm not answering that question. I refuse.
I think I'd rather them go commando. I think I'd rather them go commando.
I'd rather them go, commando.
I'd rather go commando.
I don't know,
Or
man.
dirty.
Yeah, don't wear the dirty underwear. If we're going to do any kind of
You
PSA.
sweat, too? It's hot here.
It's cold in the Evan Cohen studios. It's cold in here. It's hot outside.
So, you know, man. I'm all good. Don't tell me anything about your underwear. But for future, if anybody's listening, do not tell me if you're wearing underwear. I do not want to know, but wear underwear.
Oh, we have a fan of the show here. Our guy Chris says he's gone commando for 30 years. Chris in Sequester.
Why is
30
this
years
a thing?
commando.
Why is this a thing?
I don't know.
I'm asking you because you're the one who knows all the people who go commando.
Some people,
you have 16, you have 17 people in your contacts that do not wear underwear.
888-760-3776. And I don't want to prolong this conversation, Colin, but you are so befuddled by it. And I want you to know it's more normal than you think. It shouldn't be. There's a lot of men out there that go commando on a daily basis.
Dude, I don't know.
888-760-3776.
I guarantee they go commando for the wrong reasons. They go commando because they don't want to wash their clothes. They don't want to buy new underwear. They want to stink up the joint.
That's the best gift for guys is underwear. Because y'all don't buy your own underwear.
The issue,
you get underwear at Christmas
like
like every other male in the history of men.
Yeah.
And you get underwear at Christmas from anybody that's getting you gifts, and then you call it a year, and then you're good to go.
That's true.
I mean, come on. It's not rocket science.
Also,
we're not building the bomb. Get underwear at Christmas.
Underwear, if you get, so I have these Hanes boxer briefs where on the side sometimes right under the band on the side, start to break a little bit, get a little bit of hole on the side.
No problem, dude. No problem.
Hole on the side is cool. There's a longitude where if you go further south and there's a hole in it, then I do have to change them out. But I have a couple of them hole on the side, no issue. Didn't want to get into a full-out conversation around underwear.
You guys started it.
But I do want to ask the good people here, just give us why. Don't tell us how long you've been going commando. Just tell us why. What are the benefits to going to commando as a man? And also, anybody here that works at ESPN West Palm, apparently we're outlawing it. We're going to try to work that into the HR contracts. No commando at ESPN West Palm. But if you're doing that out there, just let us know why. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is here to get you back in the game. It's trusted by the pros and ready for you because everyone deserves pro level care. So visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. baptisthealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. It's the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. What are the pros to going commando? We'll find out on the other side. That's Colin Russo. That's Tina. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen. Every week I join Theo Dorsey on Theoretically Speaking, and somehow this powerful, important segment still has no sponsorship partner, so I found one myself. Evan Cohen on Theoretically Speaking, presented by Parking Lot Steaks. Look for the white freezer truck behind the old Kmart where premium beef meets opportunity. Ribeyes, fillets, and sirloins, all boxed, frozen, and ready for your trunk. Don't overthink dinner. Parking Lot Steaks, sponsor of Evan Cohen on Theoretically Speaking here on ESPN 106.3.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis squad. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta get up, shower, get dressed, then get in the car,
But there's a sausage McMuffin with egg meal, with crispy hash browns and small McCafe coffee waiting for you at McDonald's for just $5. Did I mention you can now choose hot or iced coffee? I knew you could do it. McDonald's, your morning, handled. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Some people are embarrassed to admit they like saving money. Not me. I'm a fan of saving, and a fan of McDonald's. And while everything else keeps going up, nothing hits better than ordering the Big Mac meal. Crispy medium fries, ice-cold Coca-Cola, $8. It's delicious, it fills me up, and honestly, I'm proud of it. Big Mac meal, $8, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
ESPN 1063 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet, the home of Inter Miami, the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Heat, with all of the biggest live events in sports. If it's happening in sports, it's happening right here on ESPN 1063, South Florida's home for sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Nothing worse than these training camp injuries. We already saw the Panthers lose a pass rusher for the season. It looks like the Falcons are joining the boat. Jalen Walker going to miss the rest of the 2026 season because of an ACL. A guy that they were going to be counting on very heavily, young cat. That's the thing. At this point, football fans, NFL fans, we want to simulate until the actual season starts. You don't want to hear any headlines, good or bad, about your team. You want the actual games to start flowing, and we'll get at least some preseason action in the form of the Hall of Fame game tomorrow. 35 days out from the kickoff to the NFL season. It is Theoretically Speaking. It's your boy Theo Dorsey, and it is time for us to take a trip. A trip on what? Well, of course, trip on the get around. How we do it. That's how we do it. Going from city to city, all across the globe, hitting the topics that suit you best. Sports, culture, and all around. Kyle is the conductor. Where we going?
Next stop.
Chicago, Illinois at Wrigley, where Tarik Skubal made his Dodgers debut on Tuesday night. Pitched well, but took the loss against the Cubs after LA managed just one run in support. After all the outrage of the Dodgers landing yet another ace, Skubal's first start ends in a loss anyway. Theo, when you join a super team, is anything short of championship considered a disappointment?
Yeah, it is. It's always going to be a disappointment if you don't win a championship when people don you a super team. It was always going to be a disappointment if the Dodgers won or didn't win the World Series this year with or without Skubal, but now there's more of a spotlight on it. But yesterday's result, it's not that this is the end-all, be-all, but it does further outline what I was saying after everybody overreacted to this move in the first place. It's baseball. He don't matter that much. They're going to be good either way, and they're likely going to win the World Series. All of the hoopla around the fact that they went and got Skubal is more of a, to me, it's more telling as to people wanting there to be a widespread change in baseball with the salary cap or with the Dodgers to stop being able to do all these deferred payments or stockpiling talent. It has less to do with the fact that people think that he actually makes that big of a difference into why or not they're going to win the World Series this year.
I mean, he all but a certainty. I understand that.
They can still lose with him on the bump.
They can still lose. They almost lost last year, but he makes them a lot better.
He makes them a little better.
He makes them considerably better.
I mean, if their margin for error,
I guess their margin for error is already so slim. But I mean, if they go walk in and they shred through the playoffs, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, of course.
And they did not do that last year.
They didn't do it last year, and they could do it this year. My argument is they could have done it this year without him. It'll help them this year for sure, but they could have done it without him. We got to stop overreacting. But again, I think that the overreaction it's almost like, and I don't want to get into this discourse, but it's almost like when people have all of the discourse around, and they were doing it in the past few years around Caitlin Clark and the Angel Reese rivalry in the WNBA, and even some of the stuff that's going on right now. It's like you're using this one thing that's probably more minute to make a point that is greater, that is also a little bit like it's not as connected to the original point in the first place. It's grandstanding.
Next stop.
All right, down here in Miami, it's been quite the year for Bam Adebayo. He helped bring Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Heat. He won the NBA's Social Justice Award. He announced plans to propose to the WNBA superstar A'ja Wilson. Now enters the season with the Heat with championship contenders. Theo, what's the greatest achievement of note from his last 365 days?
All of those things are great, and all of those things are legendary, and I'm sure he would pick a different order than I would go in. I'm still going with 83 points against the Wizards. I'm still going with the fact that he put his name in the history books for the greatest modern scoring performance that we've seen. The greatest scoring performance in the history of the NBA that was televised. Bam Adebayo, not to get lost in the sauce of the Heat becoming a contender, of Giannis Antetokounmpo seeing what they've built around Bam and saying, I want to spend the back end of my career there. And also, of course, A'ja Wilson is quietly the greatest WNBA player of all time. Like, that's the resume she's building, and she's not done yet. And Bam Adebayo and her, it seems like, are well on track to marriage. He's been talking about how he's going to propose. That's huge. That's huge for him and his lifestyle and whatnot. But he scored 83 points and put himself above Kobe Bryant and right behind Wilt Chamberlain. That still, to me, is going to be something that is never going to go away and something that I'm going to continue to parade about. Mr. 83 himself, Bam Adebayo.
Coach Calipari is going to offer that kid a newborn. He's going to offer that kid immediately.
I mean,
welcome to Arkansas.
Everybody in the entire nation better. If A'ja Wilson and Bam Adebayo, that's why I said I'm not. My son, he's not going to play basketball. I already see what's coming. I see what's happening here. A'ja Wilson and Bam Adebayo are going to be creating kids. That kid's going to be 7'6", and he's going to have a jump shot and a handle like KD. I want no parts. They might create Wemby.
To Michigan we go. Lions coach Dan Campbell said that Bijan Robinson's record-setting contract with the Falcons is certainly not going to hurt Jahmyr Gibbs' negotiations with Detroit. Gibbs remains away from practice. The Lions try to work out a long-term deal. Theo, the Lions better or worse off now with Robinson resetting the market?
I think they're better because they have a starting place. They don't have to pay him more than Bijan, and even if they do, they only have to go slightly over it. And I've been making the point that the running back position is the best value right now in sports. And not in sports, but in football. Bijan to the Falcons is not going to impact winning in a great way unless you get a sizable improvement out of a lot of different positions in and around that team. The Detroit Lions, if they don't have Jahmyr Gibbs, that offense is going to look a lot different. If they don't have the playmaking ability of Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield as a receiver, but then more importantly in the run game where he can take any carry and take it 80 yards to the house, that's going to change their odds of being able to be a team that's competing for an NFC championship and a Super Bowl appearance to a team that likely missed the playoffs for a second straight year. They've got to lock that guy up. I think Bijan getting the deal done first actually does help them, though, because if you look at what Jahmyr Gibbs brings to that offense, with the O-line getting a little bit better, with the threat of the pass with Jared Goff, the improvement of the passing game, and Dan Campbell now getting a new offensive coordinator, I do believe that the Lions can have a bounce-back year, but it's going to start with Jahmyr Gibbs being readily available and happy and locked into a long-term contract, which I do think the Lions and Gibbs do finally come to. If you're the Lions right now, though, Colin, you've been fighting back against the position. If you're the Lions, are they good enough in your book to spend on Jahmyr Gibbs, who is clearly, if not the best, the second best running back in the league?
They're in a lot better position to pay him because they do have a good team. They got a lot of problems defensively. Offensive line interior is not very good, and their secondary is falling apart, especially with Terry and Arnold, getting out of there. But that is a team that likely has high playoff win aspirations this year if they're able to kind of churn it all together. And if it's his road or the highway, I would give it a year personally. But if he is gonna miss games, then you're probably gonna have to do it.
If they let Jahmyr Gibbs walk, if they don't,
well, granted,
re-sign him,
doesn't he have 2 years left on his deal, including because he's a first round pick, so he has a fifth round option too.
I believe
This is his third year. That was his third year this past year. So you got the fourth year, and then he's got a fifth year option.
And a 5th year option. Well, the difference is if you're going to pay him and keep him, you're better off paying him now. You're better off extending them now because it adds on to those years. You don't want to wait because you're going to have to pay him more.
Yeah,
the best value you're going to get for Jahmyr Gibbs will be in this offseason unless you think that he's going to get worse and he's going to deteriorate.
Yeah, unless you think he's going to lose a step.
Yeah, which he's like 23, 24 years old. I don't think he's losing a step. Either way, if you're the Lions, they're going to get a deal done here. If they don't, if they do let him walk or if they trade him, the teams that are going to be celebrating this is going to be the teams in that division in the NFC that don't have to deal with him.
Canton, Ohio, where former Miami quarterback Carson Beck's going to make his NFL debut on Thursday night after being named the Cardinals starter in the Hall of Fame game against the Panthers. Arizona says it wants to see Carson Beck operate the offense, make smart decisions as he gets his first taste of NFL action. Can a rookie quarterback actually help himself here in these situations, or is he only going to hurt himself?
Typically, I say rookie quarterbacks can only hurt themselves in the preseason when it comes to what the general public thinks and then also internally what the team thinks of them, because we've seen a lot of guys shine in the preseason and it mattered absolutely not when it came to the regular season play. With Carson Beck, I think it's the opposite. I think because of specifically the weapons that the Cardinals have and also how he's actually performed pretty well sporadically throughout his collegiate career surrounded by talent, Carson Beck could actually do himself some favors here, and Carson Beck could make a push. They're going to start Jacoby Brissett. He could make a push to get some starts in his rookie season based on how he looks in the preseason and even more so based on this first showcase game where there's going to be a lot of eyes on it. I, as a Miami Hurricane fan, was spurned by Carson Beck's aggressiveness and decision-making in the 3 most pivotal games for Miami last year. Mostly the national championship where he hurt you down the sideline there and threw the game away with the interception. But I think about the 2 losses as well where he had 3 or more turnovers in each of them and ended the game with an interception. Carson Beck can look elite and immaculate when he plays within his box. Carson Beck can play you out of games if he does too much. Carson does have a chance, though, based on what the Cardinals have, with LaFleur calling the plays, with Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, you got Jeremiah Love, you got Trey McBride, who was the best tight end in the league last year. A lot of talent surrounding him. He can look really good through this preseason and do himself a lot of favors as a former 3rd-round pick. Question is, do you have faith in him to be able to do that, or is he going to look like the Carson Beck that has thrown games away? It's on him. A lot of value to gain there for Carson Beck, though.
Next stop.
We are headed to the place where championships, well, it's like they never get lonely. Because every time one of their programs wins a championship, there's another one right there in the semifinal getting ready to do the same thing, and that's Kaiser University.
So many championships at Kaiser University. 31 championships, actually, to be exact, at Kaiser University and their flagship campus. And they just announced their 2025-2026 Athletes of the Year. Congrats go out to Isaiah Alexango from the #1 men's swimming and diving team and Violet Apisa from the #1 women's tennis team. Just another example of the incredible student athletes Kaiser continues to produce on and off the field. Football tickets are out for Kaiser football. Go see when you can get on your calendar a game for Kaiser football this fall. The schedule's out. Tickets are available. Go check them out. Go to KUSeahawks.com for all the news on athletics.
Can Carson Beck be like the Tyler Shuck? Oof. Doubt it, but that's what he's going to look to do. On the other side, midday midterms right here on Theoretically Speaking. That's Colin Russo. That is Tina. Your boy Theo Dorsey, and we're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Banyan Printing, your trusted partner for all your printing and signage needs. With 48 years of local service, over 1,000 customers choose Banyan for fast turnaround, free delivery, consistent results, and market-leading customer service. Banyan's all-in-one solution saves businesses time and resources. From business cards and brochures to direct mail services and signage, they eliminate the hassle of multiple vendors. If you're unsure you're getting the best service or value, visit banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manso's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manso's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Let's go to the Rapids, South Florida's largest water park, where every second is a splash, a scream, a laugh you didn't know you needed. Reconnect with your fun side and let go. You want thrills? Blast uphill on Mega Mayhem or brave the 6-story Big Thunder. Bring the whole crew and turn an ordinary day into the kind of memory everyone keeps talking about. Whether you're catching the wave at Big Surf or chilling in our relaxing lazy river, make this your unforgettable season at Rapids. Let's go.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I think we might be sleeping on the signing that the Washington Commanders just made. Just looking back at the history of the last few times Stephon Diggs has switched teams, switched uniforms, and the impact that he's had on young quarterbacks. Like, the Bills trade for him in 2020, and instantly Josh Allen becomes, goes from laughing stock of the NFL, throwing backward passes in the playoffs, to a guy who has the best passer rating literally of his career in 2020, and since then has been an MVP candidate every single season. He went to the Houston Texans, and let's not forget, like, I know people are down on C.J. Stroud from what he did last year. People thought C.J. Stroud was bordering being a top 5, top 10 quarterback in the league the year before that. Who was one of his star receivers who played for the first 10 games and then got hurt? Stephon Diggs, who left the Bills for the Texans that offseason. And then last year, Diggs goes to the New England Patriots. And though he might not have, decision-making wise, he might have rubbed off poorly on his head coach when it comes to off-the-field antics. But when it comes to that quarterback, he had Drake May in the Super Bowl as his wide receiver one. Now Stephon Diggs signs a $12 million one-year deal to join Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. It's going to be Diggs, McLaurin, maybe Antonio Williams, the third-round pick out of Clemson, and JD5 coming off of a sophomore slump season into year 3 where hopefully he's more healthy. Like, this could be a very underrated signing. We could be looking at this a year from now saying, damn, Diggs did it again. Diggs has absolutely did it again. I like that deal. I like that deal a lot. I'm sorry for even questioning you earlier, Colin, on whether or not we should have hit the breaking news on that thing. You were on to something. That's a big signing.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's exactly what they need. Remember, Brandon Ayuk was trying to campaign himself there for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that guy's run his career into the ground, but that kind of puts that to bed as well. Commanders have never really figured it out in terms of who their guys are going to be outside of, Scary Terry. And hopefully this gives a little bit of a jump up. They need help. They need help. The thing is, they're too old, and he's old. So they continue to get old, and that's the thing. That was Ertz. The old defense, that's why that sort of ran its course quickly, is because they had an old roster.
And they doubled down on that old roster the next year after the NFC Championship appearance. You talked about how Ayuk ran his career into the ground. If you're running your car into the ground and you need some help, some salvation from what you're doing to your car, there's a place that is excellent at getting your car back right.
You should not run your car into the ground. Sounds like way bigger issues.
Yeah, don't do it.
Before you get those big issues, take your vehicle over to St. Lucie Battery and Tire. I can't imagine if I still didn't have AC. When my AC was going, I'm like, I needed to bring my Sally the Sonata over to St. Lucie Battery and Tire ASAP. It's way too hot to be dealing with a toasty car, whether it's a battery, whether it's tires, or maintenance. Trust the experts at St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They've got locations in the Treasure Coast. They've got locations in Palm Beach County. My go-to spot is the one on Blue Heron and Military Trail. Randall takes care of me. Go to slbatterytire.com to book an appointment, see what services they provide, and find the closest location to you.
That is where you go to get your car right, where you go to get your opinions right, especially when it comes to grading the topics in and around sports. So that's going to be the midday midterms. And we kick it here. I'll be the one giving out the options here to grade.
Okay.
Y'all can rock with me. Let's start here. Fake jewelry. Grade fake jewelry. There was a recent podcast where Nico Iamaleava, former quarterback from Tennessee, now I believe with UCLA, or where did he go now? USC, UCLA.
He was at Tennessee. He's at UCLA still.
Tennessee, then UCLA. So he's still at UCLA. He admitted to wearing fake jewelry to save money. And this is something that Chad Ochocinco in the past has admitted to as well. He said all throughout his career, he's always wore fake jewelry and want to spend money on real ice, so on and so forth. How do y'all grade someone wearing fake jewelry?
I'm anti-jewelry to begin with. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I have a hard time seeing outside of maybe a cross chain jewelry ever entering my body of
you don't
work.
have no watches either? Or watch?
I got my athletic watch.
Yeah, no necklace. You never wore a chain.
I have a cross chain that was very, very cheap, and I just wore that. I mean, that's one thing. I was more for religious purposes outside of, bling. But
bling?
Jewelry, right?
And 57.
I don't have any rings. I don't have any bracelets. I don't have any. What's other forms? Earrings.
Earrings. No earrings.
No piercings.
No piercing ears?
I'm all good on the piercing. You have any piercings?
My ears are pierced.
Your ears are pierced.
I just don't wear them anymore. I used to wear them probably 3 years ago.
So you probably have to get them re-pierced.
I think it's still good.
Right?
I mean,
Probably
I doubt I'm going back to it.
Why'd you get your ears pierced?
I like the look. It was like a little midlife crisis thing.
You had a midlife crisis?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my late 20s. I did. It was a bit on air. I brought it up on air randomly, like I want to do it. And then I did it. You know what really sparked it for me? Watching The Last Dance, watching Michael Jordan again and seeing him with the hoop earring. And I was like, I want to rock the hoop earring like I'm in the 90s. And I got my ears pierced, rocked the hoop earring, did both sides for a while, did it for like 2 or 3 years, and I got bored of it.
Yeah, that's and if I'm somebody who would have an opinion about the fake jewelry, I think that is absolutely the right move. It's too much money on you. You know, it's too much value expense on your persons. Therefore, it is not worth it. It's just risky.
So what would you grade it? What would you grade it?
Fake jewelry?
Yeah, fake jewelry.
Not something I would do, but if I were to do it, if I were to get jewelry, I would go fake. So A.
Okay. Tina?
I'm not against fake jewelry at all.
Yeah.
Like, don't lie, though, about it. Like, don't tell someone that, like, something's real and
what difference does it make to you?
Okay, well, like, if you're buying me, like, a ring.
Well, no.
Okay, if it's for a significant other, maybe that's not the move.
Jewelry for yourself.
But if some guy asks, hey, is that real? I'll be like, yeah. Really? How many? Dude, what are you, a lawyer? Like, a lot of questions.
They bring out the little, they got the
what
testers.
Are you detective? No.
They got the little jewelry tester. Yeah.
I'm not against it at all.
Here's my only thing with fake jewelry. I would argue, similar to what you were kind of saying there, Colin, is maybe just don't wear the jewelry.
It's too much money on you.
Don't wear the diamonds. Like, I don't like the fake jewelry where it's a lot of diamonds and it's super glossed out. I would just say don't wear it. Don't wear it. Don't do it.
That stuff's not insured.
Either buy it.
Like, yeah. Good.
Either buy it or don't. So I give fake jewelry like a D because my whole thing is, why are you faking or flexing something that you either couldn't afford or trying to convince people that you could?
Savvy financial decision.
Just don't wear it. Just don't wear it. That's my whole thing with fake jewelry.
Is that the same, though, as, like, fake bags?
Fake bags are different. I would actually say fake, fake bags, fake Jordans, fake things like that. I'm like, I don't care. Do your thing. Fake jewelry, I think, is a little excessive. It's aggressive.
I sit in the same boat as I was before.
I'm cool with fakes of other stuff. Like if you had like some fake Yeezys or something, I ain't gonna check you.
Whatever.
Do your thing. Make sure they look good. Make sure they better be 1-to-1. Midday midterms. Hall of Fame game. We got the Panthers. We got the Cardinals tomorrow. Grade the Hall of Fame game.
I don't even know what goes on in it. What is?
This is a preseason football game where they do it out in Canton, Ohio.
They honor the guys who made the Hall of Fame.
Enshrine the Hall of Famers this weekend.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's never preseason is never something I'll watch. I completely agree. I don't need the preseason.
You're not gonna watch Carson Beck rip it up?
It's hard to watch the preseason. Where do you even watch it? You gotta go to like NFL Network. They got one game a week. The others it's on local broadcast. Hall of Fame game. It's hard to watch preseason. You can't just go online and find it. So you gotta get like NFL Plus. I'm all good, dude.
It should.
I'm
be
all
hard.
good. I'll see you after Labor Day.
It should be hard to watch preseason. Super teams in sports. I'm gonna rate this an A+. Super teams. I'm all in on super teams. Go
Down on super teams. I like parody.
All right, what do you give it?
A C-. Because that is C. I see the point. I see the idea.
I don't know if that's how it works, but all right. Did you say C because of this?
I see the point in terms of the allure and the value of developing hatred for sports teams.
Somebody to beat. It's somebody to beat. Like, we care about the Giants because they beat the 18-0 Patriots. But super teams, Tina.
I would also give it a C because it can, like, sometimes it's, like, cool depending on who it is, but then also, like, super frustrating. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, of course they're winning. They've got these people on it, and that's, like, the annoying part of it. I'm in the middle.
Only two teams in Major League Baseball are going to matter this year, either the Los Angeles Dodgers or whoever beats the Los Angeles Dodgers. And that's why I like super teams, because it gives you – it's like David is relevant because of Goliath. I appreciate super teams because it gives you somebody to root for or against, especially for the casual fan. And the baseball, Major League Baseball is not above attracting the casual fan. Midday midterms. Give me a grade for going commando.
F. Expelled.
Yeah, you can't give it an incomplete. You haven't
Wear
tried
underwear.
it. You haven't tried it.
Wear underwear. I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
Wear underwear. I don't need to
Have
try
you tried going commando before?
In public?
Like, why don't you just, like, go to the grocery store?
Yeah, just try it one time. Go commando.
I don't need to try it. There's nothing to experiment on. There's nothing I'm curious about.
What if, like, you end up liking it?
Liking it? Liking what?
You might like it.
Liking what?
I don't know. I don't know what you might feel.
Some people feel freedom in going commando.
Dude, wear underwear. It's not complicated.
All right. Commando, can you grade Commando, Tina?
I'll give it a D. Like, I don't get it. But I don't care either.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, there's some you need to wear underwear.
Some people need to wear underwear.
Some people you need to wear underwear, depending on the situation, the environment.
Yeah. Keep
Well,
all
whatever.
that bundled up.
Who cares? You're not bothering me. I don't care.
Keep that bundled up. I'll give Commando a C because some people swear by it. It's not for me though. It's not for me.
One day Colin's gonna just like accidentally have to go commando because
that will never accidentally happen.
because he's gonna
I'm a functioning adult. That will never accidentally happen.
He's gonna be traveling one day, and then he's
I will wear dirty. I'll wear dirty underwear before I go commando. Not even a consideration. Not even. And that's not the wrong idea. That's not the wrong move. It's not the wrong move.
What if all your underwear gets stolen?
What?
All your underwear gets stolen. You rip the ones you have on. Like
when I was in college, I would take a while to unpack. So I would sometimes be living out of the suitcase, and some stuff would be in the drawers, and it would be like a 2-week process. And when I was a sophomore, I was living in a fraternity house, and my buddies it was cold in Madison, Wisconsin. I was coming back for second semester, and it's like -10 out. They fill up a jug like a cold plunge, a little smaller than that. Sort of like what you put like apples in when you're doing the apple pop thing.
Yeah.
And they take all my underwear from the drawer, put it in there, and freeze it. And I didn't notice because I was living out of my suitcase. And then eventually, after a week, I'm like, what the hell's all my underwear? And I had to go outside, and it was there, frozen.
So what did you do that day? You just were wearing dirty underwear.
I wore dirty underwear while I thawed it, and then I washed it, and then it was good.
Oh. You could have went commando, though. Nobody would have judged you.
I'm all good.
All right. Well, that's that on that. The guy refuses to go commando. I don't blame you.
Overpack underwear, overpack socks, and even dirty socks. Dirty socks are such an overrated. Unless you're planning on taking your shoes out in front of people and putting your feet up. If you have to wear dirty socks, not a big deal.
Dirty socks are a little embarrassing if you do have to take your shoes off. Dirty socks or holy socks are
not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Yeah, it's a little tough. If
you're bouncing around, you're traveling. If you're going to somebody's and taking your shoes off and put it on the coffee table, that's one thing. But not a big deal.
You can keep your feet on the ground. Just like,
not a big problem.
I've had to take my shoes off in places where there might have been a small hole in the sock, and it's just embarrassing. It's a bad
hole in the
situation.
socks. Also, not a problem.
That's a problem.
Commando, big problem though.
Commando's a huge problem. Okay, I guess to each his or her own. Good luck to Carson Beck tomorrow in the Hall of Fame game. I won't be here to prejudge it. I'm off tomorrow again for paternity leave. Back on Friday, and then we got top 63 this weekend. It's gonna be exciting times. Russo Rizzo is next. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy.
This is ESPN 106.3's Mike Rizzo, and recently I had the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Curtis J. Keppert. Dr. Keppert is an orthopedic surgeon who specializes with injuries in the shoulder, elbow, and knee. And Dr. Keppert loves getting an athlete back to 100% and where they need to be.
Just their desire to get back to, the thing that they love to do, and taking them through a low point when somebody gets an injury, and when it is, especially when it's a surgical problem, they know maybe an ACL, they're going to be dealing with this for a year before they can get back, and just taking them through that low point, fixing the problem, and then guiding them through that recovery, and then you see them back out there playing, and it's the best feeling ever.
That's Dr. Curtis J. Keppert with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group. For physician referral, call 866-654-2362 or go online to pbhnphysiciangroup.com.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Okay, here's the deal. You gotta get up, shower, get dressed, then get in the car, but there's a sausage McMuffin with egg meal, with crispy hash browns and small McCafe coffee waiting for you at McDonald's for just $5. Did I mention you can now choose hot or iced coffee? I knew you could do it. McDonald's, your morning handled. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. some people are embarrassed to admit they like saving money. Not me. I'm a fan of saving, and a fan of McDonald's. And while everything else keeps going up, nothing hits better than ordering the Big Mac meal. Crispy medium fries, ice-cold Coca-Cola, $8. It's delicious, it fills me up, and honestly, I'm proud of it. Big Mac meal. $8, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Coca-Cola is a registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Go big and save big at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Right now, choose from over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned cars and SUVs ready to drive home today. That means more selection, more savings, and more ways to get the deals you've been waiting for. Whether you're looking for a fuel-efficient commuter, a family SUV, or a sporty new ride, Greenway Kia West Palm Beach has you covered. And here's the game changer. Big inventory means big value, putting more money back in your pocket. Credit challenges? No problem. The Credit Clinic is back, and the experienced team at Greenway Kia will work with you to explore financing options that fit your lifestyle. So don't wait. Find the Kia that's perfect for you, your budget, and your driveway. Call Lonnie Mister today at 561-433-1511. That's 561-433-1511. Or hurry on to Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where big inventory means big savings. But don't wait. These deals won't last. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Anna Jar Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
When it comes to your back and neck, there's no room for compromise. You need expertise you can trust, and that's HSS, the best in orthopedics, providing spine care for over 160 years. Our specialists focus on you using advanced diagnostics, minimally invasive techniques, and tailored rehab plans to get you moving again. For something as important as your spine, choose the leaders from the best in orthopedics locally in South Florida. hss.edu/Florida.
Hungry? Time for a power play at Duffy Sports Grill. We're talking juicy burgers, crispy chicken tenders, stacked sandwiches, and wings tossed just the way you like them, all part of the power play lineup. Big flavor, real portions. Choose your entree, side, and drink starting at just $13.99. So whether you're watching the game or just playing MVP at lunch, make your move with the power play at Duffy's. Duffy Sports Grill. Our game is always on.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hey, it's Tina. Looking for the perfect family getaway without leaving paradise? Treat your crew to the family retreat package at O Resort and Spa in Palm Beach. Enjoy daily breakfast for up to 5 guests, complimentary kids and teen club access, non-motorized water sports, daily valet, and even a late 2 p.m. checkout, so you can soak up every last minute together. Create unforgettable memories right here in Palm Beach. Visit eauresortandspa.com to book your family retreat today. Terms and conditions apply.
Come out to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium for Pickleball Night, Saturday, August 8th. Buy an exclusive pickleball package and receive a Cardinals and Hammerheads pickleball paddle, a game ticket, and a chance to participate in a pickleball clinic before the game. There will also be a back-to-school supply drive with discounted tickets for students. It's another Frozen Iguanas and Code Ninjas Kids Club Saturday. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com for your tickets today.
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, geese and wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Colin to the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
It is Russo and Rizzo on the 5th of August, a midweek edition. 4 o'clock here, 4:03 to be exact. Colin Russo, we got Mike Rizzo previewing a little Inter Miami tonight. We got 7:30 kickoff on that front. You can listen to that right here on ESPN 106.3. So stay tuned for that later tonight. Mike, how you doing? How was the drive down there? Smooth, simple? What's going on?
Good partner. Good partner. I'm getting a little echo, but I'm good, brother. It's certainly I've done an hour. I get here in an hour now. Perfect. Thank you. I get here in an hour. So I ever since I got that Sun Pass, ever since I got I go on the expressway. I'm here in an hour, man. As long as you're not driving around during rush hour, I feel like you can get down from Palm Beach to Miami in an hour. So I'm going to continue to do that. Hopefully now, Colin, the last time I was down here on a Wednesday, all hell broke loose trying to go home with exit closures and accidents. So, hopefully I didn't just say the famous final words, but going to be a good game here tonight too. Lionel Messi back in the starting lineup. Inter Miami basically back at full strength. You don't have Luis Suarez tonight because he spit on a player in last year's Leagues Cup. Yes, it's a true story. Spit on a staffer, so he's going to be, not available tonight. There's 7 goals that Luis Suarez has been a part of over the last 3 Inter Miami games too. So he's been on fire. But dude, rainy, wet Cal. I'm going to keep an eye out on possible weather delays too. We had a weather delay in the last MLS game down here, so ready to rock in Miami.
Ready to rock indeed. And how about this? Mike needs the Dodgers to continue losing. And they lost last night, and they're losing right now, 6-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Mike.
Skubal who? Skubal who? How about now, granted, he only gave up 2 runs last night.
They didn't even pitch that poorly. Didn't even pitch that poorly.
The Dodger bullpen blew it, and who would have thunk that the Dodgers couldn't give Tarik Skubal run support in his first start? Dude, I told you I'm high on the Cubbies. I'm high on the Cubbies to compete with them in that NL, Colin. I haven't given up. I haven't given up on another team winning the World Series that's not named the Dodgers. So, we need them to lose. They're not winning 103. They're going to win 102. Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about whether they can hand up in a playoff series, but definitely right now this helps you.
At the same time, I'm down on all fronts, down on the Dodgers, down on them to win the World Series. Listen, they can win 100 games, no problem. They just can't win 103. That's it.
Wow. All right. So they continue. If they lose today, Mike, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
They've lost 5 in a row now.
They got some new pieces coming back too. Might take some time to get everybody used to each other. Blake Snell coming back, Glass Snell coming back. It's going to help them in the long run, but they're going to have a month slump. Dodgers might have a month slump.
How about the Red Sox yesterday scoring 14 runs on Chicago? They had 15 hits. They win yet again, Mike. They're 29-5 in their last 34 games.
Dude, unbelievable. I mean, Cedane Rafaela has been the MVP of baseball for the last month. And for those of you that don't know who he is, he's a very young outfielder who came up through the Red Sox system. The Red Sox guys, it's no longer the Red Sox of the old going out and getting Manny Ramirez and top free agents in the market. They're homegrown. Now, they did get Crochet. They have been savvy in trades as well when it comes to pitching.
They got Suarez. Yeah.
The days of them, I feel like signing the Kyle Tuckers of the world for astronomical money, that's over. And listen, I need them to win 88. They need 88. So I'm really a lot of my bets with our good friends at Hard Rock Bet, by the way, my over-under MLB bets, are going to come down to the final couple games of the season.
Yeah, from that perspective, if you were to talk about a couple of the teams that, we were so high on the Dodgers the last couple of days and they lost yesterday. I know you don't want to go run away with that, but it just goes to testament that, baseball can humble you a little bit. Dodgers not going to win every game. And the Red Sox, despite us thinking they're peaking way too early, I still would be worried about that if I was a Red Sox fan, peaking a little too good of baseball. at this point, knowing them, they'll get all their health back, and all of a sudden they're going to start laying eggs in the postseason once it gets down to it. But, I mean, as it stands today, I don't know how you don't look at Boston as that favorite in the AL.
Yeah, and keep in mind, too, Colin, the 5-game series is interesting in those early MLB rounds, too. Not getting a full 7-game series, I think, could hurt some teams. You know, remember how great that Red Sox and Yankee what was it, the wild card round last year when they faced off?
And that's a best of 3 as well.
Yeah,
and,
so 5-3. I mean, you know, things get a little dicey when you don't get a full 7-game series. And a lot of people say sometimes the best team doesn't win. I don't want to hear that. You got to get it done when it counts. If you're a great all-time great team, you got to get it done when, you know, the pressure is on. But I know a lot of teams are a little frustrated about that as well.
Yeah, and they're only 5.5 games back at Tampa. So, and they got a couple head-to-heads coming up against Tampa as well. So if you're the Red Sox, I mean, escaping that wild card is not the craziest thing in the world because, I mean, from one perspective, Tampa Bay does have an easier schedule comparatively. But how about this? Tampa Bay finishes the year, 3 against Boston, 4 at New York, and then 3 at Philly. So that's 10 games right there that, if you're 2.5 games ahead of Boston, you could fall out of that spot pretty quickly.
Yankees are in the mix, too, for that division. I mean, they're going to have 3 teams. I mean, Kyle, 3 teams in the AL East, 85-plus games. Red Sox possibly 85-plus games.
No doubt.
Yankees, 85-plus games. I think the Rays are well on their way to winning over 90. So when it comes to the playoffs, here we are again, the AL East being the team with probably the best teams going into it. I mean, last year, Yankees and Blue Jays, and then now this year, those 3. Don't look at the AL West and don't look at the Central. Brother, do me a favor. Do not look at the AL Central. I mean, it has just been mediocrity after mediocrity with those teams. I mean, it's almost to the point where every single team that's up there leading those divisions are at 500.
Yeah, I would talking about that division, though, the team I'm most comfortable with, weirdly enough, because of the talent, and I think there's just something buzzing about them, I think is Boston. And I like them more than Tampa here. And I know Tampa is a weird sort of case study because Tampa always does things a little differently than everybody else.
Yeah.
But there's something about them. You know, they played great all throughout the year. And I know they got Peralta, who pitched last night, did not pitch well. Keep that in mind. He gave up 700 runs, so he's still getting used to it. He's still ridding himself of the Mets as he's on Tampa. But I would say I'm a little bit more comfortable, weirdly enough, with Boston, especially with what they've done with what they're missing.
I feel in New York, you know, all 3 teams did something.
I don't know about Judge and Stanton. That's the thing about the Yankees.
Right,
You don't know about Judge and Stanton. And those are the 2 guys you need in the lineup in the postseason.
And that's where I was on my way to do that. You know, the Yankees, Kyle, they get Garcia. But the big question
George
there is,
Lombard
are they going to
Jr.,
be
who
ready?
they called up yesterday to play short, and Anthony Volpe looks to be carrying water the rest of the year because he played great, but yes.
Yeah. And then, you know, Bellinger on the IL, too. Their 3 best. You could sit here and tell me on August 5th, the Yankees' 3 best hitters in Stanton and Judge and Cody, they're all on the IL right now. They're all injured. So, and you speculated that maybe that Judge injury could possibly be something more. Maybe that's why Cashman wasn't going all in at the deadline like the Red Sox and the Rays. I mean, give credit to the Rays and the Red Sox, man. They made moves, and they're trying to take advantage of a weak AL. I feel like on the Yankees side, it's a wait and see on who's going to be available, who's going to be healthy, and I think they're going to roll the dice on that. Kyle, if I'm Cashman, I actually don't mind that thinking. Like, if we are healthy, we are capable of being better than anyone in that division. Look at their pitching. They have 3-4 starters. I personally think they have bullpen. I know that Yankee, you'd mentioned to a Yankee fan about the bullpen. You know, it's like pulling the blanket over your eye. You can't watch. But I actually think
they got talent there.
Yeah, I think they have bullpen arms. If they're healthy, they could easily go to a World Series. I don't mind Cashman not necessarily going out and making that gigantic splash.
You think Cashman's in any sort of trouble?
But Colin, if he hasn't been fired yet, why would he be fired at the end of this season? Especially if people are injured.
True.
If people are injured, like, there's your excuse right there. Now, Colin, if
this
everyone
this
comes
is the best rotation they've had in a long time. Keep that in mind.
Agreed. And if and what I was going to say, on top of that, I was going to say, if everyone comes back and they're, quote, healthy and they get swept by, you know, the Red Sox, all right, then maybe we have a conversation. My best guess is, though, they're fighting with injuries all year long, man, and all postseason long. It's that kind of year, it seems like, for the Yanks. But when you have pitching, when you have bullpen, I think you could win a playoff series. I think you could get out of the wild card and maybe give another team a good shot, in the next round. So I'm not saying the Yankees are dead. I know you disagree with me. I lean Tampa Bay, man. I'm all in on Tampa Bay. They could hit, they could pitch. They have a great manager. I think it's Tampa Bay's to lose. I really do. I think it's Tampa Bay's to lose.
I'm not sure from there, and I like Tampa how they do things as well. I'll root for the small market whenever I get an opportunity to. It's sort of been like a 3-dog race. I mean, really, all four of the 5 AL East teams have really had their opportunity to get a little bit of a run in. It was Toronto's last year. The Red Sox were knocking as a young team. The Yankees were always in the mix. The Rays every 2 or 3 years have a big time team. But yep. I do just there's something about what Boston's doing with what they're missing that I'm really impressed with. That's what I'd say.
Kyle, Tampa, a data-driven team. I love their manager, Kevin Cash. He comes from the Francona tree. He's from Tampa, too. I mean, he's a Tampa native, and he played for the Devil Rays. I really think that's a cool story. I know the baseball casual probably would not sign up for the Tampa Bay Rays in the World Series. I think last year, Colin, getting L.A. versus Canada, and the dramatic 7 games that it went to and the Blue Jays being 2 outs from that. We touched a little bit on it yesterday. I can't promise you we're going to get a great World Series like that again, but I do think out of the AL, going back to Tampa, I know they're not that flashy name, but I think that they have the best chance to compete with the team out of the NL, if it be the Dodgers,
because of their hitting?
If it be the Cubs. I think because of their hitting and their pitching. I think they got 3 or 4 starters that could really go 5-6 innings. They got decent bullpen. I think in totality, between hitting, pitching, base running, everything, I think the Rays are the best team in the AL. And granted, they haven't been able to get over the hump since, when was the last time they were in no, they've been in the World Series twice.
And they were in 2020.
07, 08, and 2020, the COVID year, right? So
yes.
This is a team that knows how to maneuver throughout the playoffs. We just haven't seen it in the last 5 years. If I remember correctly, they lost to the Guardians in a wild card in one of those 3-game series.
They lost to the Yankees once or twice in the wild card when the wild card was a 1-gamer back in 2018, 2019.
And I think that's why it's important to them to win the division. Get that home field, have the best record in the AL, and let's see what happens. I love the Trop. I know everyone.
You're the only one, huh?
I'm the only one who likes myself. And hang on, my director of ops, Steve Druda, born and raised in Tampa, by the way. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good atmosphere there. It's just, can you get past the guys within your own division, the guys you see at umpteen times a year in those dreaded, divisional games.
It's not going to be an easy lead to keep in that division too. That's not going to be an easy lead. I mean, they've kept that the entire season pretty much, outside of a little bit of the Yankees in May and June. They're going to have to hold that the rest of the year. And they got 2. I mean, the Yankees right now are a strange team. But they got a team that's hot as they cannot go on a losing streak right now. They can't lose 3 in a row right now, because the Red Sox do not show any signs of slowing down, and that's not before even Rutschman gets back healthy. So that's another thing to consider.
And the Yankees too. I mean, they have the best run. They have the best run differential in the AL.
They'll score. That's it. They'll score.
They could hit. They could hit with the long ball, and that's how they're going to hurt you. I still think, though, if the Yankees are full strength, I know you're high in Boston, and listen, I think Boston would be a great story, especially the way that they started, how terrible they were early on in the year. If they're able to go on a run and go to a World Series, that's a great story. But I still think the number 2 team, and I think the team that they're going to be, Tampa Bay, is going to be most worried about are the Yankees. And it's all going to depend on if they're healthy or not.
Well,
if
it's
the
also
Yankees are healthy,
that home game for them is not a home game against the Yankees in the Trop.
I could argue it's the same thing for Boston.
Maybe
too.
Boston. I don't know how the Boston's how much there is in Tampa, but definitely the Yankees, no doubt about that. They get Steinbrenner Field down the field, down the way.
The Red Sox are one of those fan bases that there's fair weather Sox fans everywhere. Especially with my generation too. I feel like with them winning in 04, 07, and then 2 more after that too. I mean, they're everywhere. But to that point, I think the team, the Rays team, is strong enough to overcome it. And I like the hitter they got. I like the catcher they got from the Hicks
he
from
had
the
a grand
Marlins.
slam yesterday in his first game with them, Liam Hicks.
And I think Junior, Colin, don't ask me about Junior Caminero, who came up with my team, by the way, gave him up for a can of soda. But Junior Caminero is the best hitting third baseman in baseball.
Yeah, the thing about them is I trust the hitting of Tampa more, but I like the pitching of Boston more. Boston's got a lot of top-end talent, especially guys who could take you deep into games, playoff experience guys as well. But they just got young bats, and that's what hurt them last year. Can they get the big-name players? Can they find an Ernie Clement? Can they get a Vladdy Guerrero Jr., who has had a bad year? Can they do that? If the answer is yes, then I think they're dangerous. If the answer is no, then they will see a swift exit.
Can we stay there real quick on the Blue Jays? Colin, that whole team forgot how to hit outside of Ernie Clement.
They were that team. I was looking at the stats.
Have you seen their hitting numbers?
Yeah, it's terrible. Vladdy Guerrero, I don't even think he's hit a home run in the Rogers Center. So I checked last week. He still hadn't hit a homer at home field. He had 6 homers.
I saw it was one of the funniest videos. It's about a 10, 11-year-old Blue Jay fan calling him a bunch of bums and going through everybody's stats that hits, all the hitters for the Blue Jays. The fall off there, man. Truly insanity. And, they got rid of Gossman. I know they picked up Soriano, but they waved the white flag. I mean, at 53 and 61 in that division. And granted, the craziest part is there are not even that many games outside of the wild card. There's still a lot of baseball left to be played. But my best guess is that they're not going to be making the playoffs this year. And once again, the under of Colin Russo continues to strike with Major League Baseball.
Vladdy Guerrero Jr. has not hit a homer at home all year.
It's insanity.
Has not hit a homer. At Detroit, at Boston. He hit one at Tampa. He has 6 homers on the year. And he's playing. He is playing games.
Yeah.
Remember, and he cannot get one at home.
And listen, the New York fan, if you're listening, I love you. We're a long time away from the Yankees lose. Remember that?
Remember when Yankees lose.
Remember when Vladdy was singing that? Well, Vladdy's going to be.
That's a team.
I can't promise you that the Yankees are going to go to the World Series because of their injuries, but he could sing that from his couch this upcoming postseason.
Right. That's just a team that, weirdly enough, they've had all the bats that overperformed last year. You just got the impression that that was my line of thinking was a team that 1 through 9 completely overperformed last year, and they're older, especially in pitching. And you thought that there was going to be just a little bit of a regression back to the mean. I didn't think it'd be this much, but definitely a team that has fallen flat on their faces, to say the least, because they haven't had Alejandro Kirk. George Springer is old, so he hasn't played. He's played a good 2/3 of the season. Dalton Varsho they're relying upon. It's really the Japanese kid Okamoto who has been their most productive offensive player. Just a strange team, but I thought a predictable team that regression to the mean. They were too good. They were too surprisingly good last year to do it again. And
now, Colin. Who has the best chance of beating the Dodgers out of the AL? Who do you want?
We talked about this yesterday. Best team with the best hitting. So whatever the hottest team is in the postseason in terms of bats, that is the team that has the best chance to beat the Dodgers. Because the Dodgers are going to get the runs on the board. It's a matter of, can you get hits off of their pitching? If the answer is yes, you're not going to get shut down. That's what hurt the Brewers last year. Brewers have good situational quote-unquote hitters, but they couldn't get any runs in because they couldn't hit on the pitching staff. Mm-hmm. If they could get somebody who could hit, whatever the hottest team in the AL is throughout the postseason, hitting-wise, will be the team I think has the best chance.
No, you're rooting for the Dodgers, though. You want the White Sox. You want the Guardians to go to the World Series and get swept.
No doubt. I would prefer to like a 6-game series, a competitive 6-game series, or maybe even a 7-game with an easy winning game 7.
You can't cheer for that, Colin. You can't cheer for that.
Yes, I can.
You can root for that.
Yes, I can,
team, bro.
Yes, I can.
Cannot root. That's like rooting for the Yankees in the early 2000s.
I'm fighting the good fight.
Dude, the good fight is, brother, we already won that war.
We didn't win that war. Mike, the war's not won yet.
We won, in my opinion.
Job's not finished. Mike, we're up 3-0. We're up 3-0 in the series. Got to win game 4.
No, dude.
Got to win game 4. Up 3-0 in the series.
They waved, dude, the Brits waved the white flag at Yorktown, bro. It's over.
I disagree. I disagree.
The fireworks, Kyle, are going off in Yorktown.
The war is a long time from being over.
When Turncoat Skubal turned coat, all right, that's when it was over. It's when we won.
It's not what happened. Nope. If they lose, this could be a tough hill to climb. We're up 3-0 in the series, Mike. Don't pull an 0-4. Don't pull an 0-4 Yankees. Right?
Dude, we don't need the Dodgers winning 3 in a row, bro. We do not need
Yes,
that.
we do. If you want to accomplish what I want to accomplish, and that's a salary cap and a salary floor, you need the Dodgers to win again.
I think we might already be there, but I understand the point.
888-760-3776. The Dodgers are going to lose. Who's the best competition? Ernie, don't call in. Ernie and West Palm, do not call in if you're just going to say it's an all but a conclusion. Who has the best chance to beat the Dodgers this coming season? 888-760-3776, the number to get in. Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. That's Mike Rizzo. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Well. Looks like your well water can use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan.
Hey, Culligan man!
Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, Gießen wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
If you're driving down 95, you get into a little bit of a fender bender, all of a sudden, who's going to get my back? Who's going to cover me? That's where Anajar and Levine step in. We're sitting in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine are the best in the business for keeping you covered and keeping you protected when you get into the, God forbid, the situation that you'll need an accident attorney. That's car accidents. That's truck accidents. That's slip and fall. You see them sponsoring the end zone when Miami's scoring touchdowns at Hard Rock Stadium. Anajar and Levine is the best option in South Florida, where there's 1,000 options, but there's only one best. So I won't lead you in the wrong direction. And do not settle when you're looking for an accident attorney. You cannot settle. Got to make sure you make the right call, and that is Mark and Glenn at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Go check them out today. Call for a free consultation. That's 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Elias Bustamante behind the glass today. Mike, Theo Dorsey said something earlier I got to get your thoughts on, because I adamantly, more than I've ever disagreed with him in my life, on this specific point. It was in reference to the Bijan Robinson getting 22-5 in terms of his new contract, $22.5 million average. That's what I mean. Jahmyr Gibbs is also holding out for a contract when I believe he has 2 years left on his contract as well. Bijan did the same, and they're looking for long-term stability. They're getting running backs are getting paid. Theo came in and said that running backs are the most valuable position in football, and his point by saying that was you don't have to pay a lot, and they can be the focal points of your team. I adamantly and violently disagreed with him, and I'm curious in your thoughts here.
Yeah, you could draft one every 4 years in the second or third round.
In the fifth round, in the sixth round.
My team paid a running back, and he got hurt. So, it's scars from the past. Call it scars from the past. You know what I mean? Paying a running back and then having him get hurt.
You talking about Chubb?
Yeah, Nick Chubb.
Yep.
Nick Chubb. Granted, it was one of the dirtiest plays I've ever seen by Minka Fitzpatrick. Anyway. But Colin, receivers and running backs are they're not premium positions to me. Like I told you yesterday, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. Unless you're Jamar Chase, unless you're Justin Jefferson, unless you're Jackson Smith and Jigba, right? Unless you're by far the best at your position in the league, I'm not paying you. Like I'll listen to Saquon Barkley. Colin, can I ask you something, partner? How many games has Bijan Robinson won for the Falcons because of
first
him?
thing I said? I'm like, if you remove him from that team, they're probably still winning 7 games.
Yeah, so like you got to build the team, and when you give a running back, what's his contract, Cal? How much a year?
$22.5 million a year.
All right, well then you can't. Then you can't pay offensive line.
Yeah, you got to let a left guard go. You got to let the left tackle.
And then interior line. I mean, just and keep in mind too, the Falcons one day hopefully are going to have to give a quarterback contract, a franchise money. We could sit here and talk about if Baker Mayfield is worth $45 million. Colin, that's the running of a franchise quarterback. I can't tell you he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, but if you like a quarterback and you want to pay him, unless you do beautiful business like the Seahawks did with Sam Darnold, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's the position. And then all of a sudden, all the edge rushers. How many edge rushers did Atlanta sign 2 years ago from the draft?
Yeah, and
those guys are.
And Jalen Walker just got hurt, too. Who's one of their big rookies this year, or second-year players this year.
But they're going to need contracts. So I don't know. I think unless you are the best, bona fide best in the league, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, and I feel like, Colin, you pay a running back when it's the last thing. Like, look at San Francisco.
1,000% right. Or acquire a running back when it's the last point.
Right. Look at San Francisco. All right. They acquired McCaffrey from the Panthers.
And the team was already great.
Let's call a spade a spade. The Panthers were basically the Falcons, who were winning 5-6 games, going nowhere fast. And then they traded McCaffrey to a team who was ready to win.
A team that was already great without him. Team already waited a Super Bowl run without him.
Colin, you're more my agent guy, my money guy. You keep me grounded on what's actually possible and stuff. I know this might have been a good faith move by Atlanta. I actually think it's something the fan base, the fan base gets excited for, right? It's going to sell seats. But if I'm running a business here and I'm trying to build a team out, I'm probably not giving Bijan Robinson $20 million. I just don't think Bijan Robinson's the best running back in the league either. That's where I'm at.
I think he's a great player, but again, there's a criteria to a team. I would say if you're a top 6 team in the NFL, go get a good running back. Go find a good running back. Go pay one. Go acquire one. All right, there's probably 6 teams where I'd say that's okay.
Now,
there's probably 30, 25 others. I would say don't do it. It's not worth it.
I want to bring up the Dolphins. The Dolphins had to pay Achane.
Did they?
Because
I guess there's no contracts going elsewhere, so you might as well.
Right. And they literally don't have anything else. They don't have any receivers, right? They barely have any skill players as it is. They got rid of all their receivers.
They could have traded him and found some value for him if they wanted to trade him to a good team. But yeah.
Right. But yeah, I understand, and I think where Theo is coming from is, listen, if you're gonna overspend on a running back, it's actually cheaper. I think that's what he was trying to explain.
How
hey,
so?
if you are gonna pay a running back, the position is cheaper than a franchise defensive
you're not
end.
bang for your buck almost.
Right.
You're not
top
end
talent.
talent.
I understand
but
that.
it's like that for a reason. It's like that because they're not valuable.
Right, and I understand that, Theo Dorsey, but once again, my pushback is then you can't sign the premium position players a couple of years down the line, or you got to move that contract. And you better hope that Colin, let me put this in perspective. When those for the sake of the argument, let's say Atlanta finds a franchise quarterback and they have a defensive end they want to hang on to. All of a sudden, it comes time to pay those guys. You can't let those guys walk out the door. They're premium positions.
It's just,
and then you're going to have to try to trade Bijan Robinson, and you hope that he's still up to snuff, that someone's going to take on the contract. You see it a lot with quarterbacks. Look at Tua. It took forever to trade Tua because the guy can't play anymore. And Colin, how many years is Bijan Robinson going to be Bijan Robinson for? 3? Until the wear and tear of the position catches up with them? I think that's another thing you got to unpack with the running back position. I hate to sit here and poop all over the running backs because, Colin, growing up, the running backs were the league, like LaDainian Tomlinson, Curtis Martin with the Jets, Sean Alexander with the Seahawks.
Smith.
Jamal Lewis with the Baltimore Ravens. Everybody had a stud running back. All the good teams had a stud running back. It's not that anymore, bro. It's not that league anymore where you need a stud running back. How about the dude? Clinton Portis back in the day, Colin, got traded for Champ Bailey, the best corner in the league. In the league, the Washington Commanders, formerly the Redskins, traded Champ Bailey to the Broncos. And I remember everyone at the time was going, what the hell are they doing giving up Clinton Portis for a corner? Now, if you give up a running back for a lockdown corner like that, you're nuts.
It's ridiculous. It's a different age. Running back is less valuable. It was the most valuable position you can make an argument back in the 90s, right? You needed to have a good running back who was
even
able to
early
play.
Like I said, even early 2000s.
It goes back.
LT.
It goes back further than that. LT is a good example of that. Eric Dickerson's in the 80s. That was a good. Barry Sanders in the 90s. Walter Payton before that. You're right.
Jim Brown.
Guys could play for 10, 12 years. Guys can't play unless you're Derrick Henry, who is, in my opinion, might be the only first ballot Hall of Famer running back of this generation. Other than him, these guys really can't survive an 8 or 9 year strict career of 16 games showing up per year. Can't do it. It's just the wear and tear. Defensive players are bigger, stronger, faster. Turf, you're getting hit more. Guys are bigger. It's just not the same game. It's a little bit more physical, and it's a lot more susceptible to knee injuries because these guys are specialized. So I don't think it's a position that you should pay. And just look what the Seahawks just did. Kenneth Walker is a Super Bowl MVP. They couldn't wait to get him out the door. They packed his bags for him.
Because you want to know why they have a favorable deal with Charbonnet.
And also then they go and drafted somebody. They drafted Jadarian Price from Notre Dame. Yep. Fine. And that's back to square one.
That's another thing, Kyle. All of these teams have 2 to 3 running backs.
That's it.
Everyone splits carries in the NFL.
The bell and it was funny, coming from a Chief fan who has won Super Bowls. I believe Kareem Hunt was in one of them, and they didn't need to pay him. Isaiah Pacheco was a 7th-round pick. They drafted a first-round running back, and it actually didn't work, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It's just they don't need it. Yep. They didn't need it. And now they did running back by committee the last couple of years, and it worked out. And they didn't pay Pacheco. Now all of a sudden they paid for Kenneth Walker. Very strange. I wouldn't do it. Now the Lions is an interesting case study because Jahmyr Gibbs has not showed up. The Lions are a very good team as it stands today. They're not top 5, but it's like a top 8 team in terms of talent on the roster and potentially a bounce-back season. So from that perspective, do you have to pay Jahmyr Gibbs to get him on the field? Maybe. But that's a lot different than what the Falcons did. That's a lot different than what the Cardinals did, what the Dolphins did.
They're more ready. They're more like San Francisco, right? In that instance and I know Detroit missed the playoffs last year. I remind you how unlucky they were in that Pittsburgh game at home. They probably should have been in it. But at the same time, they're more closer to a Super Bowl than Colin, how many wins do the Falcons win next year? Seriously? Like,
a good year would be what, 9? A good year?
Penix still has that ACL injury. He's not healthy yet. You got Tua, who, come on, is Tua. God love him, but he's never healthy. And Cooper Rush is getting snaps. You know what? I don't blame Sam Levis. By the way, Sam Levis, backup quarterback in Tennessee, one of the first, picks of the second round about 3-4 years ago. Sorry. I don't mind Will Levis going crazy because he is better than Cooper Rush. And Will Levis made a stink to the media that there aren't 32 better quarterbacks than him. Well, Will, I actually agree with you because you got one in Atlanta that's probably going to be starting meaningful games this year.
Yeah, don't do it. It's not worth paying. It's not worth paying. You know why I know that? Because nobody pays him. And the market is so low. The second you start giving them a big contract, the value of the player goes out the window. Saquon Barkley had an iffy, bad year last year for what it's worth. And they're probably not as happy about that contract now as they were 2 years ago. McCaffrey was healthy last year. It's a little different. When he's hurt, they're thinking, boy, why we're paying all this guy all this money? He's not kicking on the field. It's too volatile of a position health-wise. It's too volatile of a position in terms of who the heck you might find in the draft. Because you're always going to get a rookie running back in there, and you never know if the guy's going to be great. The Jags let Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne was a good Jags player. Not a great, but a good Jags player. They need to pay him. We don't need to give you $12, $13 million a year. See ya. Odd man out.
I know. Yeah,
Adios.
Jeremiah Love, the third pick overall. Colin.
Well, and also he's getting paid like top 10 running back money because he was drafted so high. Immediately, It's a bad contract. Ashton Genty is the same way.
But like, who's blocking for these guys?
You and me.
You gotta build a team. I'm
if there's a way to put it, the running back is the cherry on top. It's the cherry on top.
Yep.
You get the whole cake made. You get the icing on it. You get the husband and wife on it. Put the cherry on top at the end, and there's your running back. Go get your
husband and wife. You're talking about some wedding cake.
Wedding cake with a cherry on it. Have you ever seen those? I have not seen.
Oh,
those.
I've seen it. Dude. Hey, Bucko, you're almost to the age mid-20s. You're gonna have some weddings to go to, man. I'm almost done over here, dude. I got like 2-3 more big weddings, and I'm done with wedding season.
Yours, of course.
That lasted for a decade. Wait, what'd you say?
Mike, yours, of course.
We got to find the woman, brother. You got to find the woman. In order for that to happen, you got to find the woman that, wants you to stick around for more than 3 months and not kick you to the curb.
If you know a woman who wants to stick around with Rizzo for more than 3 months, you call us at 888-760-3776.
No, do not call us. We're good, dude. We don't need to play Love Doctor today.
Wow. If she's near New Stadium.
Yeah, New Bank Stadium.
If she's near there, go meet Mike in the broadcast booth. Or go hang out in that casino parking lot for Mike to get off the shuttle in about 5 hours, and you'll see Mike Rizzo. And then you can introduce yourself there.
Yeah.
What casino is that?
Are we allowed to say it? No names, please.
All right, no casino. There is a casino near New Stadium.
No names, please.
We'll see you in the parking lot, and you can introduce yourself to Rizzo there. 888-760-3776. Number to get into the program. That's Elias Bustamante. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
More listener mail. Tom in Palm Springs writes, Dear ESPN 106.3, my maniac neighbor is blowing off fireworks all day and all night. What can I do? Easy, Tom. Put on headphones and listen to ESPN 106.3 on your favorite streaming app. ESPN 106.3. We have to work in the mornings.
Go big and save big at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Right now, choose from over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned cars and SUVs ready to drive home today. That means more selection, more savings, and more ways to get the deals you've been waiting for. Whether you're looking for a fuel-efficient commuter, a family SUV, or a sporty new ride, Greenway Kia West Palm Beach has you covered. And here's the game changer. Big inventory means big value, putting more money back in your pocket. Credit challenges? No problem. The Credit Clinic is back, and the experienced team at Greenway Kia will work with you to explore financing options that fit your lifestyle. So don't wait. Find the Kia that's perfect for you, your budget, and your driveway. Call Lonnie Mister today at 561-433-1511. That's 561-433-1511. Or hurry on to Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where big inventory means big savings. But don't wait. These deals won't last. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Canes fans, the 2026 Miami Hurricanes football season will be here before you know it, and there's no better place to experience it than inside Hard Rock Stadium. Feel the energy of the crowd, the excitement of game day, and the moments you can't fully experience from your couch. Season tickets are the best way to make sure you don't miss a snap, a score, or a signature Canes moment all season long. Lock in your seats today at MiamiHurricanes.com/football. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football.
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, Gießen wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo. We got Elias Bustamante behind the glass today. Streaming live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, ESPN West Palm on Twitter and Facebook. I'll tell you, Inter Miami wins a game tonight. I'll tell you how Mike could celebrate, even on the road. Pour himself a little nice glass of Gießen 0% and toast to a victory.
Absolutely, folks. And there's, the 0%, no alcohol, baby. So I'm good to drive home and get home hopefully at a decent time. But listen, I got a big Sunday coming up this weekend. I got my cousin back in Boca. I got Uncle Mark back in Boca. We're going to hit the boat. We're going to go out on the town. And I'm grabbing those spritzes in a can, the rosés in a can. I'm putting them in the cooler. And then when we're eating dinner on Uncle Mark's patio, best know I'm pouring up some of that premium red. And the best part, folks, I told you, I'm training for my 10K. I'm coming along. I'm running, 4.5 miles consistently now, ready to go to make it 6. But long story short, the premium red only has 145 calories per bottle. I mean, that's almost, in a normal bottle of red, it's almost 1,000 calories, folks. So even if you are a drinker, even if, you are somebody who can handle drinking, unlike me, you can't drink every night. You're not going to be able to drink every single night. If you got the kids, whatever it may be, work in the morning, you're the DD, and you got that function to go to Publix, pick up Gießen 0%, and thank me later. Now, go to my Instagram, at MikeRizzo22. I listed my 5 best college football teams. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. We got college football season right around the corner. And to Colin's credit, when I'm watching my Buckeyes, when I'm watching the Miami Hurricanes, I'm going to be pouring up that premium red, baby, of Gießen 0%. And Gießen 0% sponsors the 4 o'clock hour.
Speaking of football on the horizon, they got the Hall of Fame game tomorrow. Carson Beck starting.
Waste of time. Now, I love the Hall of Fame. Have you ever been?
I have not actually been to the Hall. I haven't been to any of them. I've been to Springfield for basketball. I've never been to Cooperstown. I've never been to Canton.
Now, it's in Canton, which is about 40 minutes where I grew up, south of Cleveland. It's fantastic, man. And even, if your team – like, say you're a Panther fan and your team's never won a Super Bowl or anything, they still got great exhibits. Like, I can't believe how they go off for every single team. Like, thoroughly impressed. Now, the game, Colin, why doesn't anyone play in it?
Well, I know people don't play. Because it's so early.
People don't play in
They play a week before everybody else plays in the preseason.
Colin, I'm actually, with how I want my coach to be, I actually do want starters playing at least a quarter in the preseason. Like, I don't like the coaches that completely sit everybody. Unless you're Matthew Stafford, bro. Unless you're like a Josh Allen or a Patrick Mahomes, I don't know. I probably think you should be playing. That's kind of where I'm at on that.
NFL teams have moved away from that too.
Yeah, I think the game, Colin, would be a lot more cooler if people actually played. Like, listen, Beck. I'm rooting for Beck, believe it or not. I think Beck got a bad rap. You ask a Miami Hurricane fan, he's the reason they didn't win a national championship.
Beck stunk. He was great against Ole Miss. There's no doubt about it. He had his moment against Ole Miss.
The guy stunk.
He won the Ole Miss game. I'll give him credit there.
It's just that was in a college football semifinal. Like, I understand that he lost.
He didn't win the Ohio State game, and he didn't win the A&M game.
But hang on, Colin. He played amazing against the Buckeyes. Didn't make any turnovers.
No, he didn't
made
screw
all
up.
the
Didn't
right
screw up.
decisions.
Didn't screw up, no doubt.
Remember, going into the Ohio State game, it was what quarterback is gonna make the first mistake, and it was throwing the pick six. Give Beck credit, man. He outplayed the kid. I don't know. I think Beck got a bad rap in Miami. It'll be fun to watch him for 3 series, and then you turn the game off. I went to the one. Kyle, what was it? It was 2 years ago. It was the Chargers golly, Chargers and somebody. I actually went to that game.
The Hall of Fame game?
It was right before. I moved to West Palm, I think. It was right before.
It would be after. You moved to West Palm in July.
Then was I home? I went with Aunt Vic and Uncle P. I know that for a fact because we met Auntie Sue's there too.
I don't know. Did you go back for a weekend? Was this 2 years ago? You're positive?
Dude, it was whenever Cheater, Pumpkin Eater, Jim Harbaugh played.
Oh, if it was Jim Harbaugh, then it definitely was because he's only been there 2 years.
Yeah, Harbaugh. So the Hall of Fame game with Harbaugh was the one that I went to.
The Hall of Fame game in 2024 was the Texans-Bears.
Okay.
So it wasn't that year. Was he in it last year?
Maybe I got my years mixed up. Maybe it was 2023.
Last year was the Chargers versus the Lions. Were you at
That's
that one?
it. Then I was there last year. I was home. For some reason. Was that my mother's birthday weekend? Yeah, it
July
was,
31st.
Dude. Yes. My mother's birthday's the 27th, and I was home for a full week. That's what it was, Kyle. I was there last year.
Did you like it?
The food was great.
Right.
The food, Kyle, I'll tell you what.
Did you sit in a box?
Yeah. So my Uncle P, God, I'm going to butcher where he works. Stanley something, some business financial group. Regardless, they had a thing there. And Aunt Vic, myself, Aunt Sue's, Uncle P, cousins.
It had a cool vibe to it.
Yeah, a great vibe to it. But,
so it's good to go live.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, dude, I always say NFL games are always great live. All sports are, bro. NBA game, NFL game, a hockey game, a baseball game, Miami.
I'm in and out in the NFL. It depends on the place. How difficult is it to get there?
I grew up. Granted, I didn't miss a Browns game for 5 years, basically, growing up and having season tickets through the family. So I'm biased when it comes to that. But now, Colin, and now that you mention it, do you want to know where the best seat in the house is? On my couch with a premium glass of the red wine, man.
There you go.
With every single game up.
Football's better on TV than it is live. There's no doubt
with every
about that.
single game up. Now, the one game I was very upset I didn't get to go to was the Rizzo Bowl last year. That was the bad look by me.
Which was the Ohio State game?
That was a bad look, dude. I had about 15 different people go, this is the Mike Rizzo Bowl, and you're not even here. I'm like, yeah, it's a tough look for me.
Did you have buddies get went?
Oh, dude, everybody went.
Oh, wow.
Everybody went. All my roommates at OU, all my roommates from Ohio State. And the funniest thing, remind me to show you the picture of everyone standing outside pretending I was outside of the shoe with them.
Wow. Jeez. All right, so the Hall of Fame game tomorrow. Mike liked it live. I have not been. I can't say it's high on the list of things I'm going to get to. I think if I would rather go to the Hall of Fame, I heard the Hockey Hall of Fame is great in Toronto. I heard it's an excellent museum, so I'd be interested in that as well.
Okay.
But and I could see myself go to Toronto sooner than Canton, Ohio, with all due respect.
It's all right. Baseball Hall of Fame's fun, I heard.
Yeah, I just didn't play in the baseball tournaments growing up. That's what everybody does. You go to
I was
I never did that.
Football, basketball, and soccer growing up, man. Baseball, we kind of stopped after Coach Pitch.
Coach who?
Coach Pitch. You ever play Coach Pitch?
Oh, Coach Pitch. Oh, I think you're talking about. I think you said coach as in somebody's name.
I played travel baseball for a summer in 8th grade and had a lot of fun with my friends. But, dude, I got hit in the face, Kyle, honestly, and I was scared of the ball after that. I had a bad experience in the batter's box, and I remember I looked at my mom. I said, "I think I'm all good, Mom."
Speaking of the preseason, another reason I don't like the NFL preseason, it's hard to watch. It's hard to find these games. Unless you're local and they got it on the local telecast, which is like the only time all year that these guys will have the games. You can't find the games.
You want to know what sells me on the preseason? A quarterback battle.
Yeah.
And my team, sadly, goes through that every single, off season. So I got to be locked into these preseason games. But on a side note, take my fandom out of it, the rookies, right? Mendoza.
Yeah.
The
thing about it is, to your point about guys not playing, I do think players should play more. But the thing about the games are completely inconsequential. And the way we feel players not showing up for the preseason really at all is week 1 and week 2. I would say the first 3 weeks of the year. Holdings are up. False starts are all over the place. Guys can't tackle. Horse collars. Face masks. They're just not ready for contact because they haven't done a ton of contact because they haven't played the preseason. Yeah, and you notice that until about week 4.
And that's why I'm a fan of players playing in the preseason.
You do notice it, no doubt.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I want my guys, used to real game speed, Kyle, do me a favor. Check your Instagram. I sent you the updated quarterback tracker today. Did you know?
Stop.
You know,
Mike, stop.
Go look at that real quick and tell me how many touchdowns Lotion Man threw today in practice.
I can't deal with this, Mike. So ESPN Cleveland,
our sister station,
which is a sister station, they got two jokers on the sideline.
Hang on. Put some respect on Grossi, who's been covering the league for 35 years.
Great career.
Longer than I've been alive.
Tony Grossi is bigger
and then
than
Chops,
tracking.
And then my dad's digital producer, our guy Chops, all right? It's them
We're a little
tracking
bigger.
every pass at training camp.
Pass at training camp. A waste. A waste of time.
Dude, I got to know who's swinging. I check it every day. It's one of my favorite things to check
every
every
worst.
single day.
And unfortunately, it does get a lot of traction for the wrong reasons. It's practice. You're supposed to screw up. And I'm hearing Rizzo go on and on. Oh, Gabriel threw a pick today. We got to be out on him. It's practice. He's supposed to throw a pick.
God, he looked awful. I'll tell you what, that guy at ease looked awful.
Hey, Shador threw an interception today on the quarterback tracker. Should we bench him? Should we bench him throwing a pick in practice?
You haven't mentioned the biggest headline.
Deshaun Watson going 17 for 27 touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
He threw
Mike, it probably was like red.
Seven
and how do you don't even know?
Touchdowns?
Is this on 7-on-7? Is this on like just red zone drills?
Dude.
It's a waste of time. It's not indicative of anything.
Kyle, the guy threw 7 touchdowns. He was surgical at practice today.
I honestly think the teams can keep stats in practice. Media should not have access to any of that in practice. There should be no stat tracking in practice.
You're going full on FIFA. You're not allowing me at practice. You're going full on FIFA.
Dude, if it prevented the quarterback tracker, I would ban them from practice. You guys got to stop this right now, or you're going to lose your credential. Grossi, Chops, you got to stop this right now.
Dude,
it's bad mojo to the media. You judge the players on how they play. Trust the coaches in making the right decision. If they start quarterback A stinks. All right, give quarterback B an opportunity. If quarterback B stinks in the practice, we shouldn't throw an uproar if quarterback B gets the nod when the game starts.
So Chops actually said it's during 7-on-7 and 11-on-11, Colin, and Watson took all of the first team reps and threw 7 touchdowns.
So that's
7 touchdowns.
That's another thing we didn't bring up. First team, second team, and third team. You might have second team offense going against first team defense, and nobody knows because the quarterback tracker doesn't have context. I'm down. Down.
We need to get one of those from Malik Willis. See what's going on there.
We should start tracking pitchers in spring training, and every time they give up a base hit, we should move them down the depth chart. Mike?
Yeah. You know, the problem is
LeBron had a bad game in the preseason.
If Tarik Skubal gets lit up for 7 earned in preseason, all right, we're able to look past it. Colin, these guys have done nothing to earn the starting job. Every single day at camp is a competition. I'll tell you what, 4 with 7 touchdowns today. Colin, we might not be as bad as we think. We might not be as bad.
This is the problem. See, this is what's wrong with the quarterback tracker that ESPN Cleveland does with the quarterback battle. You look at you, Deshaun Watson, who got handpicked in a red zone drill, and all of a sudden was able to put together 4 scoring drives because the second team defense was in. Mike doesn't know this. Mike just sees 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Therefore, we found our guy. Let's bet the over on the season wins for the Cleveland Browns because of quarterback practice. And then all of a sudden tomorrow, it's going to be like a defensive-centric practice where, the offense just has a bad go at it. We still got 4.5 weeks till the season starts, and the offense has a bad day, and Mike's ready to blow the stadium up.
Yeah. It's day 7, by the way, of the quarterback tracker, so we'll be looking for 8.
888-760-3776. That's everything that's wrong with preseason coverage. That's Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo. Got Elias Bustamante behind the glass. We'll do a little 5 and 5 next. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
For over 40 years, Ronald McDonald House of South Florida has supported families like Kayla's.
Without the Ronald McDonald House, we couldn't continue with Kayla's medical treatment.
We are now building a new, larger house to accommodate almost twice as many families each year.
It's a peace of mind knowing we have a place to stay without worrying about costs.
Help us build this new home by visiting rmhcsouthflorida.org.
Marlins fans, join the Fish Saturday, August 8th at 4:10 p.m. for the Miami Marlins Columbia Heritage Celebration, part of the T-Mobile Heritage Series. Your special ticket package includes an exclusive Colombian Heritage jersey and a game ticket to catch the Marlins versus the Angels. Then stick around for live music with the Celsius post-game concert series. Get ready to celebrate culture, music, and baseball all in one epic day at the ballpark. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/Columbia.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike.
What's up, G?
I don't trust the office printer. It waits until I'm in a rush, and suddenly it needs toner, paper, emotional support, and a firmware update from 2017? PC load letter? What is that? I printed one box score. Now I've got 6 blank pages and a document from accounting? Why does it say paper jam when there's no paper jam?
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
When the printer declares war, you deserve backup. We're on your side. We're caffeinated, and we're ready for battle. We're ESPN 1063.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Colin to the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game. Rizzo
Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
It is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. We got Colin Russo, we got Mike Rizzo down in Miami, new stadium. We got Inter Miami tonight, 7:30 kickoff right here on ESPN 106.3. And also on Deportes Radio 760 AM if you're listening on the Spanish side. Stay tuned to ESPN West Palm FC for the full broadcast there if you want to listen to the broadcast on YouTube. If you missed any of the program, missed any of the 4 p.m. hour presented by Gießen 0%, go listen back on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, all those great places. And if you like Tarik Skubal, if you like the Dodgers to win it all, or if you're like Mike, you like the field, you think the Red Sox are going to do it, you think the Cubs are going to do it, you think the Brewers are going to do it, go bet on the Hard Rock Bet app because you can get good odds if you're thinking about something out the box that is not the Los Angeles Dodgers. Go game by game, go parlays, anytime home run parlay, anytime hit parlay, pitchers to go a certain amount of innings, strikeouts, overs, and unders. It is all available on the app. You got football around the corner. We're going to be betting on season-long overs, game by games, spreads via the week. Stay tuned for all of that on Hard Rock Bet. Download the app today and refer a friend. Get $50 in bonus bets. And you got that, the promo boots, the profit boots that you can follow along on that are that easy and that fun. Download it today. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus. Physically present in front of the wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. Let's have a little fun here. Let's bounce around with Flagler Credit Union on the 5 at 5.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas, no brakes.
And it's shaking Big Ten.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union, proud supporter of FAU Athletics. Number 1.
The new season of Ted Lasso debuts tonight on Apple. Colin, is this a must-watch for you? Ted Lasso.
First of all, I didn't even realize they had a new season coming out, and I'm a movie TV guy. I have not watched Ted Lasso. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's heartfelt. I've heard it's like a good family story. It's just not something I've gotten to. So, admittedly, it's not something that has been in my radar. I thought that third one, I always was under the impression the third one was sort of like a conclusive season. Elias, behind the glass here. Elias, did you watch Ted Lasso, yes or no?
I have.
You have. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Are you going to watch season 4 tonight?
I have to finish before season 3.
Oh, you haven't even finished the third season yet?
No, only the first 2.
It's great. It's worth watching?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
It's very easy, you know?
Easy?
Yeah, relax in a way, like you just relax.
All right. So it's a chill watch on Apple TV. I didn't know it was on it. So I got to watch season 1. I imagine that's not going to happen in the near future. But it's always something on the radar if I need a new show and I need something to pop in on. So, no, I've not been on top of it. Mike?
I'm voice of Inter Miami on your Inter Miami radio network. I'm a diehard Manchester United fan for the better half of 25 years. Colin, I've not watched Ted Lasso.
It's not as much of a soccer show as it is. It's like a family show. It's about it's about the camaraderie of the players and the relationships. It's less about the actual soccer.
Okay, yeah. I'm kind of a phony for that, to be honest, though. It is technically a football show, but certainly something I want to watch. Colin, do you want to know what show I'm on right now? It's Silo.
So I'm 2 episodes into the first season. I passed 2 days. How far are you in?
Dude, I'm up to date. So let me know when you're up to date.
I heard season 2 is lackluster, season 1 is excellent, and season 3 is up and down.
I think everything's great.
Oh, you think everything's great?
I think everything's great. I had no problem. I'm not one of those people. I like the twists and turns. That's why I want you to watch it. I don't want to spoil anything because it takes a lot of wild twists. So,
I did watch the first episode. I liked the first episode. Yep. And I watched the second episode recently. I haven't gotten into it since.
Yeah, Apple's got low-key banger series, bro.
That is by far, it's by far the highest quality shows. They got a lot of limited series that have come out the past couple of years that sort of get swept under the rug that are all great. Presumed Innocent was great with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Severance.
Silo is popular. Apple TV also had Cape Fear, I believe, which is on Apple TV, which everybody loves. I've heard that's very good.
Are you Severance guy? Bro, sorry, are you Severance guy? Yeah.
I think Severance is overrated. I watched it.
It's really good, dude.
At the end of the seasons of Severance are great. There's just a lot of fill. That's another Apple TV show. What's
the best is when they have the party with the melon and blinking the strobe lights.
And Milchick is doing the dancing.
It's amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
it's the best.
What's the other one? Widow's Bay. Everybody loves.
Yeah, I
Widow's
haven't
Bay,
seen
everybody
that.
loves.
No, I haven't seen that.
Everybody says great things about that. Shrinking, people like. I give that a little bit of a rip. I couldn't get into it, but yeah, I tell you. And the thing is, Apple TV doesn't promote anything. They don't promote anything, but everybody loves it. Not something that it's. I gotta be better about that. You know what was good on Apple TV? I'm looking through
What's
the
that?
Apple TV stuff right now. It's a limited series. If you're interested in something, it's called Blackbird. Came out a couple years ago, 2 years ago. It's got the kid from Kingsman, Taron Egerton.
Yeah.
And he's like this charismatic sort of crime, not boss, but like a guns dealer. And he gets caught by the FBI. It's based on a true story. And in order to execute his sentence, he has to get a 10-year sentence. Checked into a maximum security prison, which he was not at, a maximum security for the criminally insane, and he had to elicit a confession on one of the inmates who was about to face parole about like people he killed. And because they chose him because he's like a charismatic guy, Mr. Suave, cool with everybody. And he did it. And it's one of those things where like he has to go in and he has to figure this out. And it's based on a true story. And so he had to make a decision whether to go into this place. Mike, you'd like it. It's about 6 episodes long.
Yeah,
Very good.
I also, Kyle, I need to catch up on House of Dragon, the new season.
Yeah, I got 3 episodes in. I have not watched it since. I'm
going to let it all come out. You know me, true millennial. I'm going to let it all come out, and then I'm going to watch it. Let's do number 2, Elias.
Number 2.
The Washington Commanders today signed veteran wide receiver Stephon Diggs. Colin, is Stephon Diggs still someone that could help an NFL team?
Dude, he was solid for the Patriots last year. Like, he's not going to be the 1A guy. They're paying him 1 year, $12 million. I actually think this is a good value deal if you're looking for a starter. Would you agree?
Line him up with Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, it's $12 million comparatively to the $40 they're paying Zay Flowers. How much different is he than Zay Flowers, to be honest?
Yeah. Now, I will say everyone all year was like, oh, the Patriots need a receiver. The Patriots need a receiver. And then they go out and get A.J. Brown and kind of tell, Stephon Diggs, hey, hit the road, Jack.
Right.
The thing I ask with Diggs, is it going to be a distraction? Right. Is he going to be a distraction? Is this going to be something that, a situation rather that comes up in the season? Remember he was on that damn boat down here in Miami before the season last year?
That was a rough
story.
story.
I don't know. Listen, I think Diggs is I think Diggs, when I think of Stephon Diggs, I remember that great game. Kyle, what division? Was it the divisional round? Where he took that touchdown with him.
Diggs sideline touchdown. That was against the Saints. It was that Marcus Williams
round, right?
missed tackle on the left sideline. One of the best calls of Joe Buck's career.
Yep, and then they would lose in the NFC Championship. But yeah, Diggs is dope. Like, don't get it wrong, Diggs is dope. I just wonder if the wide receiver Madonna stuff is going to leak over into the team.
Yeah, I'm curious about that indeed. What's number 3?
Number 3.
All right, this is right up your alley, Cal. Travel schedules. Cal, you want a travel schedule?
All right, whose is this?
Travel schedule in the news ahead of the Rams and 49ers trip to Australia.
Oh, yeah. This is a nightmare. Go ahead.
Of course you know about it. The 49ers will arrive a full week before the game, while the Los Angeles Rams will fly in the day before the game and depart immediately after. Colin, which one would you rather be more okay with? Getting there a week before or flying in on the red eye and leaving on the red eye that same day?
I'm totally team Rams here. Why do I say that? Because the Rams did this last year against Jacksonville. Jacksonville had that second week in London in a row, and the Rams are coming into town. They flew in the morning of the game, or they flew in like the night before, and they didn't sleep. They had somebody like do the math on the sleep schedule, so they're not totally off put. And they played, and they destroyed Jacksonville like 35-6. So, and then they get the hell out of there. And that's think about it, from London to LA, we're talking about an 8-9 hour time difference, and we're looking at like a 10, 12 hour flight, 11 hour flight maybe. Now, Australia is a whole different animal. I imagine the reason the Niners are doing this is because they got to do Mexico City later in the year, and I don't think they want to make a habit of just blitzing all these international games because they travel the most out of any team in the NFL. But I don't like the idea of them making a vacation out of this. They're going to be going on tours, Melbourne. They're going to be on the bikes. They're going to go swimming. They're going to do all the crap that you do when you go to a international game a week early, because I know Jacksonville does this. If you remember a couple years ago, Jacksonville was in London for a full week before the game, and all their players get arrested outside of a nightclub in London the night before the game. Malik Jackson and Jalen Ramsey was 2018. And that was a nightmare. And then they go in and they lose in the rain to the Eagles. I was done with it. So from there, I would say keep him out of the international scope and get him in and out. I actually think the Rams are doing the right thing here.
Can I take a different angle? Why are we in Australia?
Why are we in Australia? From your mouth to God's ear. Why are we in Australia?
Why in God's name are we watching a game in Australia?
On Wednesday. And remember, it's played during the day on Thursday while it's going to air at night in the United States. That will look weird because it will be dark outside for everybody here, and it will be, the high noon in Melbourne.
Kyle, listen, I understand why you picked the side you did because you got scars of the past, but dude, don't you think flying in the night before and playing isn't that a nightmare?
I don't know.
A nightmare? And
then
you're getting on a flight right after the game?
It's about the...
Colin, you're on an airplane. You're on an airplane for a day, for 28 hours.
It's not that long. I think it's 16, 17 hours, but yes.
But, there and back's a day. It's 24 hours almost. I don't know, man. I think that's rough. It's not... Go ahead. I just it's not like we're going to Europe, we're switching time distances. I mean, dude, I've seen Lost. All right, I'm afraid to fly, to Australia. I'm afraid to go there. I'm gonna end up on the island with John Locke.
Yeah, here's one thing I would also say: eastward travel, coming back from Australia to the United States is generally harder because your body clock shifts to a later time comparatively. Shifts to an earlier time comparatively to a later time. That is going to be a problem for the 49ers. I mean, and I think the Niners got the Sunday night game against the Dolphins, Sunday afternoon game. So remember, they play on Wednesday. The Rams were gifted by the NFL because they're going to international. They were gifted their Week 2 game to be against the Giants at home, who are going on a big West Coast road trip. At home, they got the Giants on Monday night. So they get the most amount of days in between first game and next game. The Niners, the NFL doesn't want to do 2 Monday night games, so they have to, what are we going to do with the 49ers? What are we going to do? Where are we going to put them to give them a little bit of a break because we know we're sending them all the way to Australia.
Give them Miami.
Week 1, they got the Dolphins at home. And that's the right way to do it. It's a 4:25 on Sunday, but the Niners are going to be recovering from, and they say it's an hour a day that your body sort of shifts. Takes you about 10 days to get recovered from Australia, give or take. I mean, their game is 10 days later.
Kyle, I'd rather be there earlier, I guess, to answer this question.
Don't think of it like a vacation. You got to think of it as a body clock thing. And if they could just be ready for the game, they're going to practice in their own bed.
Are you worried they're just going to be eating blooming onions the whole time?
I thought the same thing.
Pounds?
I thought the same. Well, I was worried about the Niners, the Rams being jet lagged. I was worried about that. And it turns out that the Rams came in, they smacked the Jags around. So yeah, I'm in favor. I'd go the morning of the game. Go an hour before. Go right to the stadium. That's my perspective.
Let's do number 4.
Number 4.
Earlier on Theoretically Speaking, Theo declared that running backs are the best value in football. We talked about this in segment 1, but Colin, is he right? And if not, which position would you go with is the best value in football?
Best value in football.
Offensive line.
Yeah, unless the quarterback, which is the most, you can't put a number to the value. You've got a great quarterback, you're going to have a great team. But if you got a great offensive line and good rookie deal offensive linemen or cheap, I think about it. How much are you paying a great guard? Probably $11 to $15 million a year, give or take.
Yep.
If you get a couple great guards, you get a great left tackle who you're paying 20-something million to, then all of a sudden you give 50, 60 million on the protection of your quarterback. All of a sudden your life opens up. Your team opens up. Your running backs are going to be better if your offensive line is great. A great value. And here's the thing. Theo's definition was bang for your buck. How much are you paying for good production? The thing about the running back is it is good value because you could draft them and on their rookie contracts, use them a lot, and it doesn't take a lot for a running back, a rookie, to develop in the NFL. A 7th rounder can be great immediately. A 6th rounder can be great immediately. Look at Achane, who was great immediately. Right? Isaiah Pacheco was good pretty early. It becomes bad value when you have to pay them. And when they got a $22 million price tag and all of a sudden they have one of those years where they got nagging injuries and they play 9 games. Then you're sitting back thinking, boy, we shouldn't have paid this guy. But if you got a great offensive line who could give you 16 games a year, excellent. Another one I'd say, in terms of if you have a great one, it's very underrated, a great defensive tackle or a great nose tackle, somebody in the interior of the defensive line. If you get a good value there, that's another position that I'd say is a tremendous value.
The running back situation in the NFL is busted, and let me explain why. You draft them, you run them into the ground, and then by the time they need a new contract, they're past it. That's how you got to operate. It's wrong. Not saying it's right, Colin.
And they got every right to try to negotiate a 2-week. Remember, Bijan Robinson's not up for contract for 2 more years.
If it were up to me, you draft one every 3-4. When you need a great one, say you want, you could go second round with a running back. Teams do it all the time. Go second round, have a premium position running back. When it comes time for a contract, you don't pay him. Is Bijan Robinson a top tier at his position, though?
Yes.
Because I sat here earlier.
He's top 4.
I sat here earlier. I told you, I said I would pay the top tier of receivers. I don't necessarily know if I would pay top tier running backs, being honest. Barkley and McCaffrey are the two that I would even consider. And Nick Chubb used to be on that list. My team paid him, and he got injured a year and a half later. It was never the same. So, I don't know. It's busted. The running back situation in the NFL is absolutely busted because you run these guys into the ground the 4.5 years that they're under that rookie deal, and when it comes time for a deal, they're darn near already past it. It stinks. I understand what Theo is actually trying to say, though, bang for your buck, whatever. The problem is, if you're paying a running back $20 million, then you can't afford things. You start not to be able to afford things when you pay the quarterback, when you pay the edge rusher, and then you got to pay the corner, and then you got I'd rather pay those premium positions than $20 million on a position that I could draft a hungry kid out of college and give him the ball 20 times a game. Let's do number 5.
Number 5.
Akron football. Not something I expected to read on the 5 at 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union. But Akron football has found a creative way to sell some tickets. Yesterday, the Zips announced that season ticket holders will be entered into a raffle where the winner will get to script the team's opening drive for their home opener. Colin, is this creative or is this desperate?
Is ridiculous. This is unbelievable that you could do this. What if you score in that first possession? You give the headset back? Absolutely not. Coach, I'm taking over. Coach, we just had a great drive. That is unbelievable. That just goes to show how desperate some of these college teams are. So desperate.
Akron is a rival of the great college of Ohio University, where my degree is from.
They're a good basketball program. Aren't they a pretty good football program, too?
No. They're awful.
Awful.
They're awful.
Good very good basketball program.
It's basketball. Now, John Gross, the coach, took Ohio, my squad, to the Sweet 16 with DJ Cooper. Colin, I don't know if you remember, Tyler Hansborough, Harrison Barnes. We lost the game because we couldn't make free throws. Anyway, this is a joke, right? I mean, they're dead. Them
this
and
is
Akron.
the UNLV thing.
Akron and Kent State, Colin, are usually the dreads in that conference. So, I'm not surprised by this. But I have a soft spot. I know they're a rival, but I do have a soft spot for Akron because, LeBron's from there. We did a lot of business with them when I worked at ESPN Cleveland. We did a lot of things for them. Dude, Akron's fine. I don't hate them or anything. But, this is ridiculous. This is a gimmick. This is a joke.
To get people to buy season tickets? They don't even care about the game.
Permission to say Mickey Mouse? What's next? You're going to have him coach a quarter? Come on. Who's the head coach? I don't even know who the head coach is.
That's a good question.
Who signed up? I'll look it up. Who signed up for this? Who is the Akron Zips?
Joe Moorhead. He's had it since 2022, and he was at Fordham before that. Mississippi State for a little bit, bouncing around. Wow.
What the hell? Yeah, that's it's a joke. I'm sorry. I got to keep it a buck.
A season ticket holder, too. It's not even like an NIL donor. Hey, if you donate $100,000 in NIL, you could call the first drive of the season. That's one thing. All right. You know what?
You know what? I'm calling 4 verticals. Colin, by the way, Coach Moorhead is 13-35 at Akron.
Does that make that first drive a fascinating first drive?
2-10, 2-10, 4-8, 5-7. They went 5-7 last year, 4-4 in the MAC. They weren't in the cellar. Actually, never mind. They were tied for 6th in the East.
Mike, their
There's the
first
East
game
and
is
the
a
West.
bye game too. They're at Wake Forest. This is a good team that they're playing.
So we're scripting. Well, ACC team, we're scripting a drive against Wake.
At
All right,
Wake.
Kyle. What are we doing? Halfback draw?
Is the team flying this guy out?
Are we going sluggos on second down? Four
On a
verticals
triple
on
reverse
third?
option for a 15-yard game, 15-yard loss?
Does this quarterback have wheels? Is a speed option in play? Like, dude.
Or better yet,
this
does the
is-
quarterback not have wheels and we still call the speed option?
Correct. Can I say, Colin, shame on Joe Moorhead. This is a gimmick. Listen, Akron's a great school too. All right.
Is it a good school?
It's a good school. If I'm an Akron fan and an alumni of this, dude, this is Mickey Mouse. This is the Magic Kingdom. Space Mountain, Splash Mountain. What are the Chipmunks? Alvin and the Chipmunks? I mean, this is as stupid as it gets.
All right, so it's not against Wake. It's actually against Robert Morris, they're playing after.
Robert Morris is an FCS team, right? They're not division. They're not division one.
I don't know.
Dude, they're not in the American or the MAC. They're
I actually, here's the
they
thing.
have to be. Are they club? Are they even?
They're not club.
Are they club?
Robert, it's a Division I college basketball team. I know that.
Yeah,
and,
remember they beat Kentucky in the NIT when Coach Cal, 2011?
Yeah, and they had
Cauley Stein's freshman year.
Yeah, they had good guards on that team.
About that shout.
Yeah, not bad actually. But I don't know exactly what conference they're in.
They're club.
In the end, they're FCS. Yeah, okay, but they're the Northeast Conference. Northeast Conference.
Oh, okay, so they're FCS.
Actually, excuse me, they left the Northeast Conference. They're in the Horizon League.
All right,
so they are FCS, but they are in the Horizon League.
So for all my NCAA 27 players out there, they're FCS East. All right, so we're playing FCS East in that first game.
I mean,
still a joke, still an absolute joke.
Like, what did Robert Morris go last year in football? Let's find out.
Robert, let's ask Craig Karmas in Chat GPT. Football record, what was it, 2025? Yeah, okay. Robert Morris.
Last year was rough. They won 3 games.
3-9. Yeah, 3-9. I mean, they had
beat
a
St.
big
Francis, Stonehill, and West Liberty.
Dude, they had a big win against West Liberty in week 3, though.
It's saying here that they're in the Northeast Conference last year. So I don't know. I guess they're in the Horizon, first year in the Horizon, maybe?
Like I said, they might have been club.
It's not club.
They might have been club.
It's not club. But this is interesting. Wow.
Can you imagine Mario Cristobal going, yep, a Miami Hurricane season ticket holder can script the first drive for Darian Mensah and Mark Fletcher?
I mean, do you think this is the coach's decision? Do you think this is the coach's decision?
It has to be.
I know, Mike. It might be an administration decision. Hey, we need money. We need more second season ticket holders.
Why? Because granted, he did go. Joe Moorhead on the hot seat at 13 and 35. Kyle, 13 and 35.
I guess Akron thinks they're going to kick the crap out of them because they lost last year 45-2 to West Virginia.
Holy cow.
Yeah, 45-2.
Holy cow. And West Voss stunk last year.
So that's interesting. Wow. So this team always has a bye game early.
Well, you think.
They lost 42-7 to Air Force a couple years ago. I mean, geez.
If I'm Joe Moorhead's agent, I'm telling him to put the kibosh on this. You won 5 games.
It doesn't look good for other jobs to look at you and think, oh, this is the guy that allowed a fan to call games.
Kyle, you get fired from Akron. You are coaching club football. But anyway, 2-10, 2-10, 4-8, 5-7. You remember year 4? You get judged off of year 4. You're 5-7 at Akron. What if you go 7-5 this year? You got some juice going into this year, and now you're going to let Donnie and Brunswick call the plays. I mean, come on, man, come on. Let Donnie and Medina, Joe and Parma. Come on, dude.
Stupid. I mean, it's a little unserious. It's a little unserious. If you're that desperate for season tickets, win games. It's bottom line. Win games.
Alan Wooster.
You want people to show up to the games? Guess what? Win games. Win games.
Oh,
an FCS school. You could recruit some halfway decent talent. There's plenty of good talent anywhere. Get down to South Florida. I mean, what are we doing? Wow. Mike, if Ryan Day offered you an opportunity to call a drive for Ohio State, are you taking it?
I'm calling the police. You know what? Like the bucket. Ryan Day should not be asking me to call plays. I'm calling 911 and saying something's wrong with my football team. if Coach Day opened up the playbook to, Jim and Pickering, I'm losing it. I will lose it. I don't care that we're playing Ball State, bro. Granted, it wouldn't be too hard. You just throw it up to Jeremiah Smith against Ball State, but you get what I'm saying.
Triple reverse option, first play.
Oh, God, dude. God forbid it's some speed option and Jules gets hurt on the first play.
You go deep into the binder into the binder for the trick plays, and you use the trick play early so they can't use it the rest of the year.
Is Jim in Parma, is he going to be in the meetings with the Akron coach?
Do they just give him a binder? I would guess they just give him a binder, and he just gets to choose 12 plays.
What a joke, dude.
15 plays.
Dude, if I'm Joe Moore, what's his name again?
Jimmy
Moorhead?
Yeah,
Joe Moorhead. If I'm Jimmy Moorhead, I'm letting this guy send me the plays, and I'm not running a single one of them. We ran him. We ran him.
Yeah, right. Is he going to be on the sideline? He's going to have a headset, probably.
Oh, my God, dude.
That's a joke.
So he's going to have the headset. He's going to have the headset and the Denny's sheet calling plays like Freddie QW Kitchens?
Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
Mike, Rizzo, Colin, Russo, Elias Bustamante. That was a 5-5 by Flagler Credit Union. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar and Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
This summer, Hard Rock Bet has the hottest baseball betting odds in Florida. Vig, juice, fee, whatever you call it, we're cutting it. It's the 10-cent summer sale. That's flat 10-cent lines for winner, spread, and over-under pregame bets. Same bets, better odds. This August, only on Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Valid for moneyline, spread and over. Under pregame markets with odds between -250 and +250 only. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Hey, if you had a good year at your sales job, or you had a good year, a little bonus, your business is doing well, you get a little extra money in the pocket, don't know where to put it, don't know who to talk to about how to handle your money, Flagler Credit Union is a great option to make sure you're handling your finances properly.
Absolutely, folks. If you need somewhere to store some cash or you need some financial advice, if you need to take out some money, whatever it may be in your financial life, Flagler Credit Union are the guys we trust in Palm Beach County. They have 4 convenient locations: Boca Raton, Lake Clark Shores, North Palm Beach, and West Palm Beach. I go right to the West Palm one because I'm right up in Palm Beach Lakes, but I have a personal checking account and a savings account with Flagler. You hear me talk about my guys all the time. Go see the Flagler Credit Union difference for yourself. You could also go online, flaglercu.org for more information, flaglercu.org for more information. We all know that local Flagler name. They are the guys I trust with my money. My trip to LA, I hit my financial goals, was able to, save up some cash in the savings account, put some acorns away to have a good time with Uncle Johnny and Jamie and Uncle P in LA. Whatever it may be, if you're saving up for a house project, if you're saving up for a new car, and God forbid, you got to take some money out if something happens to that engine, and oh God, I wasn't planning on my engine being busted. If something happens there, you need to take out some cash. Think of Flagler Credit Union because they will be able to offer you less, or charge you less rather, because they're a not-for-profit cooperative. Charging you less on money you need to take out, that's Flagler Credit Union. They are the official sponsor of FAU Athletics as well. When you drive by the Owls Stadium and see Flagler Credit Union Stadium, think of your buddy Riz and think of our boys at Flagler Credit Union. Go check them out for yourselves at one of the 4 locations across Palm Beach County.
Yeah, the G League affiliate in the NBA for the Pistons, known as the Motor City Cruise, which is Detroit's. Amongst others. The Motor City, it's their G League affiliate.
Okay.
Amongst others, which is Denver, Chicago, Dallas, Toronto, they're hosting tryouts for anybody to join. And it's $250 to $300, a non-refundable fee. You play at the facility, and it's straight up it's a basketball tryouts for grown men. And I'm looking at footage from the Motor City one, and it's just like an AAU game where dudes are just jacking threes and, not getting back on defense. Would you pay for an opportunity to try out with your local NBA team to play at their facility for $250?
Dude, I'm so past it, no chance. Maybe in my mid-20s, maybe 24,
Honestly, it's a decent investment. Hey, you know what? Because they're taking that money and they're pocketing it, so they're going to make a couple grand.
I was too slow, but I could
nothing.
Definitely
but you can just go play high-quality pickup in your team's facility, in the Cavaliers
Colin,
facility.
You're the cheapest person I know. You would never pay $300.
Not in a million years, but you would.
No, maybe when my boys and I, when we used to play, we get our 5 and go there, But I don't know, $300, man. That's even too much for me, Colin. $300.
$250?
Basketball?
$250?
No.
You're down on that.
Down on that, dude. $250, mate. My God, it's a couple of video games on Steam. That's groceries for
Mike, you got a $5,000 computer sitting at home.
Exactly. We could buy some games for it with $250. But realistically, Colin, $250, bro. I could pay electric and internet and still have $50 left over.
Would that not be the most impressive run to NBA stardom ever? Is
Correct.
A guy making the tryouts as a walk-on, essentially, and he gets to make an NBA G League roster and work his way up. Would that not be the best story
Just
ever?
some Detroit guy who's playing pickup at the local Motown.
Who's just like some gifted athlete who sort of gave up on the game, and all of a sudden he's got an opportunity again.
And then he's just banging threes with Cade Cunningham.
Would that not be fat? Talk about. I'm rooting for something there. I'm rooting for an NBA player to come out from these tryouts. That's what we need to see. So
Dude,
Mike, you wouldn't do it. Jeez. Well, and Mike, you're Mr.
I wouldn't
Consumer.
do it.
You're funding your team too.
I'm past. Uncle Dan doesn't need my money. I'm past it. I am well past it.
If Ohio State hit the dark times and they asked you for NIL, would you give any?
I would.
How much would you give?
At this point in my life, probably if they were.
Would you give $1,000 to Ohio State?
How desperate?
Ryan Day calls you individually and says, we need to get this big-time receiver, and we need X amount of money. How much are you giving? Maximum. Ryan Day calls you.
Coach Day personally calls me?
Coach Day personally calls you, says, Mike, we're in a big wide receiver battle with Notre Dame. We need a little extra cash. How much are you offering in NIL? The maximum. And it's Coach Day on the phone.
$1,000
cheap.
Maximum.
That's cheap. Coach Day's on the phone, Mike.
Coach Day.
Coach Day's going to laugh at you.
Coach Day. It's expensive down here in Palm Beach County. All right? I got $1,000 for you. If Coach Day's calling me for $1,000. If Coach Day calls in, and he calls you individually, and he says, Mike, I need $2,500 for this wide receiver to beat from Notre Dame. Can you do it? I can't. Kyle, $2,500 is way too much for me. Like I said, $1,000 is probably like.
What about you? Would you sell? Wait, hey, hold on. Coach Day knows about your PC. He goes, Mike, sell your PC. We need to go get this receiver, and you're the only option.
I'm the only option here. I'm the only option. He can't call any of the tech guys we got over there.
Mike, he says, Mike, we need you to come up with $4,000. Don't you have a nice PC?
Yeah, I do, Coach. I do. And I paid handsomely for it. You caught me with my hand out. Coach Day, I got $1,000.
Take it or leave it.
If Coach Day is calling me, Colin, we've turned into Florida State.
Coach K calls you for NIL money. You're going to give him $1,000 and tell him to run off.
I'd give it like
a $2 million receiver. Mike's going to give him $1,000. Wow, you're really saving the team, aren't you?
Get him his night at Bullwinkle's popping bottles.
Mike, we need $100,000. You got us. I got $1,000 for you, Coach. All right, we plan on not seeing each other game. Huh?
I'll get the boys into the door at Bullwinkle's. I think I still know that bouncer down there.
Wow.
Or up there. Keep on forgetting we're as far south as it gets.
888-760-3776. Go to I-95. Steve at I-95 joins the program. Steve, what's on your mind?
Hey, guys. Real quick, first of all, that NBA tryout thing, that sounds like a Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah, it does.
And any chance that Aaron, who is the Rams defensive end?
Aaron Donald practiced with the team today.
Yeah, any chance he's sitting there going, hey, I'll come back, but not till week 2?
So he doesn't have to go to Australia?
Yeah, play at 9 a.m. local time.
You know what? Not bad, but I think he's going to come back earlier than that. The team needs him. The team will want him. It's a big game.
I would tell him. I'm coming back on Monday night, guys. Let's enjoy your Vegemite.
Hang on, Steve on I-95. If Marcus Freeman, Steve, a Notre Dame fan, if Marcus Freeman called you and said he needed $2,500 for a star running back in NIL, are you giving Coach Freeman $2,500?
Wait, say that again?
Coach Marcus Freeman.
They came to me for money?
He came to you for NIL. Yeah, what are you offering him?
I don't have much.
How much do you care about your team, Steve? It doesn't matter how much you have. How much do you care about your team?
Probably not as much as I thought I did before NIL started.
So Steve on I-95 out on giving Marcus Freeman $2,500.
Appreciate the call,
for a
Steve.
Recruit. Thank you. Okay, now, Colin, Danny Hurley is a family friend of yours, but if Coach Hurley called Colin,
I would
Russo
hang up the
and
phone.
Okay. You wouldn't even hear him out?
Coach, wrong number. Hang up.
You wouldn't even.
How about that one, buddy?
Coach, wrong number.
You wouldn't even hear him out?
Coach, wrong number. Coach, you got the wrong number.
Colin,
we need $2,500 for this big time. Coach, you have the wrong number.
I would give Coach Day money if he asked me. I would give Coach Day money if he needed.
Mike, how about you ask me what I would say to Coach Fickle if he were to call me individually and ask for NIL to get a big time prospect?
Coach Fickle's a fellow Buckeye, and I root for Coach Fickle.
If Coach Fickle called you and said, Mike, Listen, I'm about to lose my job. I'm an Ohio State man, just as you. I need $2,500 to go get this big defensive end at Wisconsin.
Because he could come be the assistant linebacker coach with James Laurinaitis. Come home. Get out of there. Get out of bum you-know-what Wisconsin anyway. He didn't belong there in the first
I dare
place.
Coach Fickle to give me a ring individually to ask about NIL.
Are you buying into Fickle and what he said in the Big Ten media press conference?
Mike,
how he
if
said,
Coach Fickle called me and says, Colin, we need you here. We had a big NIL problem. We need $2,000. Coach Guard, same thing. Coach basketball team at Wisconsin. If they called me and said that, I would laugh and hang up the phone.
No, you'd record them and send it to Barstool. That's exactly what
I would say, Coach, if it's up to me, you would not be coaching this team. Hang up.
Yeah, I don't know. Kyle, I'm kind of buying into Fickle this year. He's telling me things are different. It might not seem like it from the outside looking in, but I'm buying into the change that's happened in that building.
Whatever, Mike. You and the rest of the Wisconsin fans, man. I'm telling you.
Give me the Badgers plus 21.5 against Notre Dame at Lambeau. I'm all over that. All over that.
Mike wouldn't help Ohio State if they were in tough financial
Not
times.
true. I said I'd give Coach Day $1,000.
Mike would give Coach Day pocket change in NIL dollars if he was in a tough financial spot. I would give none. My job is to be a fan of the team, not support the team financially. Not the point there. And I just think it's a vanity investment. You got to have screw you money to be able to do NIL. I don't think I'm there yet. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Marlins fans, join the Fish Saturday, August 8th at 4:10 p.m. for the Miami Marlins Columbia Heritage Celebration, part of the T-Mobile Heritage Series. Your special ticket package includes an exclusive Colombian Heritage jersey and a game ticket to catch the Marlins versus the Angels. Then stick around for live music with the Celsius post-game concert series. Get ready to celebrate culture, music, and baseball all in one epic day at the ballpark. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/Columbia.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis squad. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Mike Rizzo here. Life doesn't always slow down, and with Gießen 0%, it doesn't have to. Enjoy the taste of premium New Zealand wine, gently de-alcoholized to deliver the crisp, refreshing flavor you expect. Gießen 0% is how I enjoy my weekends. If it's on the boat, if it's at the pool, that's how I celebrate life's everyday moments. All the flavor of great wine with 0% alcohol. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
I'll tell you, if you took the Dodgers to lose 2 straight against the Cubs, even in Tarik Skubal's first debut, first start for the Los Angeles Dodgers, probably made some good money. And Mike, I'll tell you get better than the Hard Rock Bet app today.
Absolutely, Colin. And I'm going to take it a step further. I'm down here at New Stadium with Inter Miami. Inter Miami is beginning its quest for another trophy coming up tonight against San Luis. If you're like me and you love every soccer match day, you could build a same-game parlay on Hard Rock Bet. Maybe you like the GOAT. to score twice, a winger to record an assist, and Miami to score at least 3 goals. However you draw it up, Hard Rock Bet gives you tons of ways to stack your picks into an epic same-game parlay. And keep in mind, too, Inter Miami is going to be taking on Mexican giant Monterrey coming up here on Saturday. You could bet on baseball. The summer is heating up. I tell you guys all the time about my home run parlays, or either just picking someone anytime home run bet. C.J. Abrams, Pete Alonso, these have been players for me that have won me money over the course of the baseball season. And folks, you got to take advantage of the 10-cent summer sale. Swing for the fences all August long with 10-cent summer sale only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. That is offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Valid for money line spread and over-under pregame markets with odds between minus 250 and plus 250 only. Must be 21 and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE. Folks, that's 1-833-PLAY-WISE. Inter Miami, MLB, plenty of things with our good friends at Hard Rock Bet.
I'll tell you, Mike, just what the doctor ordered. Dodgers lose today. They rumbled back a little bit, caught it within 1, but the Cubs were able to close them out. They've lost 6 games in a row.
We are officially...
Are you back?
Dude, I told you they're not winning 103 games.
Mike, if they've lost 6 in a row, that has saved your bet here. That has saved your bet.
It has definitely saved me. And Colin, I'm telling you, man, they could win 100. 100 games is fine. They just cannot win 103. It's that simple for me.
Mike, go ahead, finish your point.
No, I was just gonna say, like, even before the season, I'm like 103. I could definitely see the Dodgers winning 100, but 103, I thought that was a little much.
There are 3 losing streaks in MLB that are 5 games plus. The Dodgers have lost 6 in a row. The Nationals, who sold a little bit at the deadline, have lost 7 in a row. And what do you have it? The nameless, faceless Athletics have lost 6 in a row.
Is there any chance you could come back and win 76 games with the A's?
No. How many wins have they had in the last, what is that, about 30 games? About 4 wins?
Oy vey. My goodness.
It's one of the more godforsaken teams in the history of teams. One of my least favorite A's teams ever.
The Indians are struggling too, bro. We're trying to play ourselves out of the postseason, so if that makes you feel any better.
Mike, from Saturday, June 27th, which was what, 6 weeks ago? They have, counting right here, that by my count is 5 wins since Saturday, June 27th.
Who got hurt? Did Babe Ruth get hurt on that team?
Mike, 5
injuries.
wins.
It had to be injury. It has
5
to be injuries.
wins since basically the 7-on-7 tournament we hosted at Kaiser University for high school football.
Well, I told you, my brother got sold on that dream for the A's in the over, and he told me, he goes, Mike, they can't pitch, but they're going to be able to hit. Well, they couldn't hit.
Can't do either.
They couldn't hit. They couldn't pitch. My favorite, Colin, if you're on the A's schedule, remember what I told you yesterday? They lost 24-3.
That was in mid-July.
And then they won 15-1 the next day. There were 45 runs scored in 2 games between both teams. It's insanity.
5 wins.
Insanity.
5 wins since June 27th. 5. That is ridiculous.
Now, I think people
and they didn't sell at the deadline either. And I'm actually okay with that.
So how about Dodgers lose 6 in a row? Have you come off your high horse of, the Dodgers are going to win?
Dude, no. Regular season team, Mike, leave it to August to make conclusions that we probably won't stand up in the end of September. But and I'm a little critical of that because I do like the Red Sox, but the Red Sox have done this for about a month and a half now.
For the record, Blake Snell made his final start, or he's making his final start tonight in AAA. He's expected back on Sunday. He's expected back to be pitching for the Dodgers either Sunday or Monday, and then Glasnow is tracking for that following Monday. So by August 17th, they're going to have Glasnow and Snell back into the rotation with Tarik Skubal. Yamamoto, Ohtani's still shut down, but wow, dude. They're going to be getting some players back here coming up soon.
No doubt, and we know how much we like Yamamoto. They got a big series coming up after getting swept by Chicago. and swept by Boston back-to-back. They got 3 at Arizona, and Arizona's playing well right now. So a lot of pressure there, and they got Milwaukee on the horizon too. Milwaukee will be an important series for when it gets down to it if they're thinking about home field. So that's all coming up in about 8 days' time. Next weekend, they're going to be playing Milwaukee. You got to see if they could circle into a little bit of good mojo heading into that period. I'm not worried about the Dodgers. This is what they do. They do this every single year. They have a bad 10 or so days, but that's going to be the bottom line. And if you're thinking about the Dodgers, they're first in batting average amongst the MLB. They're second in slugging. They're first in on-base percentage. They're fourth in runs. Pitching quality starts. They're first whip. They're first batting average allowed. They're first ERA. They're fifth.
And you want to know where it all broke down? When they traded for the best pitcher in baseball. That's where it all broke down.
They're first. They're second in fielding percentage. I mean, they got a top 5 defense in the league. What are we doing?
Mookie looks old.
He does look old.
My fantasy team.
He does look old. He does look old. There's no doubt about that.
He had a good game today, but Colin, going into the game, Mookie was hitless for like 6 straight games.
Yeah, he's on his last legs. If only they got another big power bat that hasn't had a big time year in the prime of his career. That's probably going to have a big postseason in Kyle Tucker.
Yeah. That, and then also, I mean, they have, 3 or 4 outfielders in the system. I mean, Colin, they didn't even give up their best prospects for Tarik Skubal.
Yeah, we can do.
They were able to keep their top prospects.
Inter Miami tonight, you got Messi back in the lineup?
Yeah, Messi back in the lineup. Now, Colin, what we're tracking down here, no Luis Suarez. If you remember, partner, last week's Cup, the final was in Seattle. Our Herons played against the Seattle Sounders in Seattle at the 12th Man Stadium. And after the game, when Inter Miami lost, Luis Suarez got in an altercation with his Seattle staffer and spit on him. So Luis is suspended for 6 League Cup games.
And how long ago was this?
This was the Cup final, one about almost a year ago. It'll be a year and about 3.5 weeks here when League's Cup wraps up. But Colin, how this happens is, Luis wasn't suspended for the MLS. He was suspended for League's Cup.
Right. So they have to wait. It's like getting suspended for World Cup.
Another full calendar year later, he can't play in the first 6 League Cup games.
Why is he spitting on somebody?
It's Luis. It's Luis.
Did the guy say something to him?
They got it. There was a big blowout after the game, Kyle.
Who's the staffer? Was it like a trainer?
It was. Let's put it this way, Colin. Who was the bald guy for the Yankees who got thrown to the ground by Pedro?
Oh, okay. Don Zimmer. Don Zimmer.
The hell was his
name?
Don
Zimmer.
Yeah. About the same age.
So I don't know what the hell spit
happened.
on an older gentleman?
Correct. I don't know what the hell happened. He was.
Was it like the Don Zimmer Pedro situation where Don Zimmer goes up to Pedro?
He didn't throw him to the ground.
But was it like that where he instigated?
I think Luis was wound up from the players already, and I think the staffer said something to him that he didn't like, and then he grabbed him a little bit, and then he got pulled back, and then he spit on him, and it was all caught on camera.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah. And Luis, we love Luis. He's my OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, our favorite player in the Inter Miami Radio Network.
A little bit of a problem child, huh?
He's got 6 goals in his last 3 MLS games, Colin, and 7 goal contributions, which means he's got an assist as well. So he's been our best attacker. And Herman Berterame, our striker, we have 2 strikers in Suarez and Berterame. Berterame, Kyle, had a concussion situation, and he's unavailable for the game. So we're all speculating that Messi will be starting tonight at the striker position.
Keep an eye on it. Maybe Messi will be back tonight at the striker position. So back in the mix.
Play tonight.
He's going to play,
tonight.
but it's a matter of where. If they'll need his offense up front. Stay tuned for Mike Rizzo on the call tonight, 7:30 kickoff right here on ESPN 106.3. And also on our ESPN West Palm FC YouTube channel where you can see the full stream there. That is Elias Musamente. I appreciate him keeping us up over the airwaves today. This has been Colin Russo. We will see you tomorrow. I got you starting at Theoretically Speaking 2 to 4. That's Mike Rizzo. It's Russo and Rizzo right here on ESPN 106.3.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
When barbecue is done right, you don't just taste it, you crave it. Head to Pig Beach Barbecue in West Palm Beach and dig into slow-smoked brisket, pulled pork, fall-off-the-bone ribs, award-winning burgers, and scratch-made sides that'll have you coming back for more. Whether it's lunch, dinner, game day, or happy hour, Pig Beach delivers big flavors and a laid-back South Florida vibe. Make your next stop Pig Beach Barbecue in West Palm Beach, 2400 South Dixie Highway. We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Come out to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium for Pickleball Night, Saturday, August 8th. Buy an exclusive pickleball package and receive a Cardinals and Hammerheads pickleball paddle, a game ticket, and a chance to participate in a pickleball clinic before the game. There will also be a back-to-school supply drive with discounted tickets for students. It's another Frozen Iguanas and Code Ninjas Kids Club Saturday. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com for your tickets today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt.